there. That was 32 Klein. As tonight's game will be on the live stream as well as the radio. And it's going to be a timeout, I believe. We'll see what the...
Not real sure what's going on. Oh, they punted. Okay.
Okay, so...
I think they move it 30 yards on the punt. Now, in our senior league, I believe they do live punt, but in our junior league, I think they just mark it off.
Well, Coach, I wish you could do that last night.
I would have took several of those marked off 30-yard putts last night.
I hate to throw some shade at you.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. We won. We might not joked about it if the outcome would turned out different.
Yeah, I am glad you won because I was already planning. There
was a lot of questions that people were rolling around, and no, I've not completely lost my mind, but at times last night there was some opportunities that I thought I was going to.
So the Raiders will take over after the punt. It'll be 1st and 10, 8-0 lead for the Raiders. Matt Trauber's Raiders 7-0 on the year. They have the 8-0 lead, 3:41 left to go in the first quarter. So the game is being broadcasted right here on WVLE as well as the live stream on the ACS Athletics YouTube page?
It is the, ACS Patriot Athletics YouTube. Now, it's actually listed because I couldn't but it's listed as the Varsity Allen County High versus ACS Patriots, but it is the Booster Bowl right there. And so it should be the only one rolling at the top of the screen when you log on. It went right to it for me. Let us know if there is any issues, and text Kyle. He'll love to relay the message over, and we'll get it figured out.
So the penalty, the Buccaneers jump. I'm not sure if there was just a hard count there or the Bucs just got a little excited. This is the Booster Bowl. I can remember, playing on those Saturdays and then coming back on Monday, and that was the gossip when you got dropped off in school and everybody would go to the gym. That was what everybody was talking about, who won and who did this, and of course everybody's stats were just a little bit. We had no idea how many yards you ran for, and back then you'd be like, Caleb Tuttle ran for 185 yards, and I was like, how do you know that? Handoff, going to go right side for the Raiders. The carry was 11. Cannon Payne. Payne's been doing a little bit of both offense and defense and has done really well, making some tackles. He's playing in the backfield there, so it'll be so Landers in at quarterback, handoff, spins, and again the carry was made by Payne.
Brought down by a slew of Buccaneers. Looked like number 7, Ivy Willis, was leading the charge there for the Buccaneers.
Willis gets the tackle. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. Landers, the handoff.
Payne rolling again.
Buccaneers trying to bring him down.
Another big carry by number 11, Cannon Payne. Tackle made by number 12, John Allen Graves.
John Allen Graves gets the tackle there, but it will result in a Raider first down. They continue to move the chains here. 2:57 left to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Raiders with the lead here in the 3rd and 4th league championship, the Booster Bowl. So Raiders will break the huddle. It is Landers who is under center here. And going to get a handoff. He'll go left side. Gets a big block. And it's Fisher who gets in the end zone.
Kyle, pretty impressive drive right there. They just go 4 or 5 times just right down the heart of the defense, getting 10, 12 yards a pop. And then they come around with a little counter, sweep back around to the outside. And I'm telling you, little Fisher's got some wheels on him. Gets that corner, and it's going to be hard to catch.
Big touchdown. The Raiders will go for 2. Raiders will break the huddle. Coach Matt Trauber trying to lead the Raiders to victory. They have the lead. And he's going to hand off, goes right side, and he's going to walk in. 2-point conversion is good.
24, I believe, is
yes, that was Gunnar Smith for the 2-point conversion.
Our sign has fell down, apparently.
I'll just get it.
You know, as the team switch the field to get ready for kickoff, we have 2:34 left in the first quarter, and the Raiders are out to a big 16-0 lead behind a strong defense and a high, powerful running offense so far.
And we want to give a big shout out to the Patriot Sports sponsors. We could not be here if it wasn't for you, and really glad that the sponsors are allowing the youth game to be on the air here today. Take a look. Medical Center at Scottsville, Edmonton State Bank, the Allen County Farmers Service, Gary Force Honda, Stoodle Financial Services, Leachman Buick GMC, North Central Telephone Company, Tri-County Electric, CPC Commodities. And here's the kick. Goes to about the 30, and the Raiders will fall on it.
Now the Bucks.
So the Bucks, excuse me. That was number
84.
Abel King. So just went to him both times on the kickoff. So John Allen Graves and the Bucks will try to make something happen here. They're down 16-0 with 2:34 left to go in the first quarter. Coach, I don't know if you know it, but you're talking to a Booster Bowl champion here. Back in 2003, the Buccaneers beat the Colts
I
in the
saw,
championship.
I saw a little picture of 044.
Yeah, that was.
Was that the victory game right
That
there?
was.
That right in the moment?
That was in the moment. I'm telling you, it was an upset for the ages. The Colts had a lot of players on that 2010 state championship team. I'll just tell you that. They had Cy and Jake Costello. I'm trying to think. They also had Will Henry, Tabor.
Oh, we've got a fumble, Kyle.
Fumble. Ball comes out. Raiders have it. So the Raiders will have the ball. But
and the Bucks there with a little quarterback sneak and actually was moving it a little bit. He'd gotten 3 or 4 yards and the ball just popped out. And apparently the back judge saw it really quickly because before the whistles was blown, he was already signaling change of possession. That's some good spotty play by the back judge there.
But yeah, I remember back then we had Logan Stovall. He was our quarterback and really good athlete. And we had him, Connor Ross, Devin Langman. I think he moved away, but he was a really good athlete. Ronnie Keeneland, Ronnie Keeneland were on that offensive line.
There we go.
Brantley Bray.
Now, let's see here. Who was the coach of the Mighty Bucks?
The coach was Tim Pearson, assisted by Junior Bray. I think Kerry Harwood was in. Oh, yeah, we had Tracy Woods on our team, too.
Tracy Woods in there, all right.
And then the next year, we lost to the Raiders, which the Raiders were really good. They had Caleb Tuttle and Seth Pay. They ran the option, and I think I only tackled Tuttle one time, and that was in the Booster Bowl. And I don't even know if I really tackled him, but they announced my name that I did.
You got called out, so that's good.
Oh, the Raiders were going to pass the ball right there. The flag on the play.
Correctly here, Kyle. I believe we got a little 10-on-10 football going on right now.
Well, I knew the Bucks didn't have enough players. So 1st and 15 after the penalty. It was actually on the Bucks. I thought it was going to be on the Raiders. So Bucks get the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Graves, maybe a gain of 2 or 3 there. Bringing up 2nd and long.
2 hogs on the field. Number 50, Cam Scott. Number 60, Grant Klein.
Tackle was made by Cam Scott and Grant Klein.
Packed up the middle by John Allen Graves for a gain of about 3.
So 2nd and 11. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line here at the Booster Bowl. 3rd and 4th league championship. The junior division, senior division will be to follow. We're under a minute to play.
Sorry, Kyle had to take a little break right here, getting attacked by flies up in the old press box.
And he has stopped. The carry was made by King. Tackle made by Grant Klein.
Abel King brought down by Cam and Gunner Gingerlicious Smith.
And Cam Scott on the tackle. And that will do it. The end of the first quarter, it is the Junior Division Raiders 16 and the Buccaneers 0. That quarter was brought to you by CPC Commodities. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we'll have the Booster Bowl right here on the Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3. Presented by Gary Force Honda and financed through Stoodle Financial Services. We'll be back after these messages.
Ways to lower energy use and save money. This do-it-yourself audit allows you to answer questions specific to your home. Once the questionnaire is received, a customized report will be prepared for your home that will identify the major energy users and provide information on how you can become more energy efficient. Best of all, the program is free. Contact your local Tri-County Electric office for more information on the Energy Right Home Evaluation Program. Tri-County Electric, owned and operated by those they serve.
Don't let lawn care get you down. Stop by Allen County Farmer Service in Scottsville, where all Steel battery-operated lawn care equipment is 10% off. Steel mowers, trimmers, and blowers will cut your yard work down to size. And for your cattle, Allen County Farmer Service has a complete line of minerals, flocks, and tubs. So take care of your livestock and your yard with Steel lawn equipment now 10% off at Allen County Farmer Service, located on the Smith Grove Road in Scottsville. Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Dinkinson Gosnell Heating and Cooling, your authorized ring dealer. TJ Regional Health Scottsville. Healthcare for your whole family. TJ Healthcare Scottsville, total local care. And Dr. Mark Ross, optometrist. Our focus is your vision. Call 237-2871. And a special thank you to members of the Patriot Sports Club.
And we're live here at the Booster Bowl, the 3rd and 4th grade league, the Raiders and the Buccaneers. It's 3rd and 13 for the Bucks. The handoff goes to Abel King, goes right side, breaks the tackle. So King on the carry.
Number 84, Abel King, brought down by number 10, Eli Blessing. I apologize, Eli. Love you, buddy.
Tackle made by Willoughby, number 37, in on that tackle. So 4th and long, as the Bucks will have to punt here. And in this league, you get the 30-yard. They mark it off 30 yards. They don't actually punt.
They're staying in the huddle right here. I'm wondering if they're trying to come up with a play. Maybe feeling like 16-0 is a deep hole that maybe it's time to go for it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, they just run the clock down there. Now they're going to punt it. Take a little time off.
So that we've seen 2 Raider touchdowns. We've had a 37-yard rushing touchdown from Payne. That was Gunner Payne. And then we had a 14-yard rushing touchdown from Trevor Fisher. 2-point conversions were good both times. 16-0. So the Raiders, last Booster Bowl championship back in 2021. They beat the Colts last week 44-0 in the first round of the playoffs. They lost to the Colts in last year's championship. Okay.
Got Terry Belichick leading the Raiders today in his cutoff sweatshirt.
All right, as we flip the field here, the Raiders are going from left to right on your radio dial, and coming up to the ball. We've got the ball on the Raiders 40 or the Buccaneers 46-yard line right here. Got a little motion by the back. We got an empty backfield. Oh, we're rolling out here to pass. All right, scrambling. Quarterback is now busted out to the right and is moving forward. And Landers is going to get about 13 yards on the scramble. He's run out of bounds by a host of Buccaneers with number 32 and number 7. Sorry, I don't have the names, but Kyle has the rosters on the far side. 32 and 7, I believe, run Landers out.
32 is Kyler Klein, and 7 is Willis for the Buccaneers. Right. So first and 10 for the Raiders.
Landers was looking downfield there. Nobody was there open, and so he just tucked it and run around the edge.
5:57 left to go in the second quarter. It's Raiders 16, Buccaneers 0. You're listening to the Booster Bowl right here on the Patriot Sports Radio Network. At halftime, we will have former Little League commissioner and longtime was Dolphins coach Billy. Dolphins, Bucks, Raiders. I think he's coached every team in the league. And
here we go with that counter.
Billy Turner will be on. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet.
42,
Gregory
was running the ball well right there.
42, excuse me. That was Gunnar Payne. Gunnar Payne's done a great job running the football. The Bucks had him. We thought we were going to bring him down right there. He breaks a tackle with a big stiff arm and another first down.
I tell you, both of these Payne boys on the Raiders run the ball really hard. One of them's been sticking it up the middle a lot, and Gunnar there coming around with a little counter outside. And I tell you what, they've got a good little offense right here, Kyle.
They really do, and the offensive line does a good job of blocking.
Yeah, them big hogs.
Game to follow this one. So we're 5:39 left to go in the second quarter. So the Raiders will have it first and 10 from the 27-yard line. And Landers with the handoff to Cannon Payne.
And he is just dragging people.
That's a tackle made by several Buccaneers on there on the tackle.
I believe it was 6 of the 10 that was around him, and the Payne young man was still driving for about 5 more yards there.
Kyler Klein was in on that tackle as well as Willis and I believe A.J. Simpson, defensive tackle. But like we said, I think the whole team was right there. But yeah, the Payne duo has been running the ball really well, and Cannon Payne and Gunnar Payne. And tackles made by Willis. It's going to be blown dead here. Flag comes out. Possible face mask or horse collar there. Just could not bring down the Raiders right there, and then here comes a penalty. 5:13 left to go in the second quarter. 16-0 Raiders. The Patriot football team got a big win last night, 20-19 in overtime. As an exciting one on the broadcast. I had several people listening in. I guess with those road games, I feel like our viewership gets a lot more, and they were just pacing in their living rooms last night. I had several people texting me and fired up when we actually did get the win, but it was a crazy one. I know that you probably needed to take some blood pressure medicine after that one. I know I did.
We've been through a lot of, 20 years. You think you've seen about every outcome you could see, and I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like last night. But like I told you last night, you and Chad up top of the radio. The one thing that we can say is the kids never quit battling, even when odds was against us. And there goes Payne in for the touchdown.
Payne carries the ball on into the end zone for ACS Raiders touchdown.
Cannon Payne gets a 5-yard rushing touchdown. So you've had 2 rushing touchdowns from the Payne duo, Gunnar with 1 and Cannon with another. It's 22-0 right now, as the Raiders will elect to go for 2. The Raiders have several good athletes, running backs. Payne, Landers has played quarterback. You've also seen Fisher Handoff up the gut, but a big tackle made by number 75. That's Easton Wright.
All right, Easton Wright fired through the line of scrimmage right there on the 2-point conversion, and it looked like a man on a mission right there, Kyle, and squared up the running back for a couple-yard loss right there to keep them from getting another 2 points. It's a good play, young man.
So 5:08 left to go. Raiders have the 22-0 lead. Like I was saying, we'll have Billy Turner on the Patriot Sports Radio Network at halftime.
The Raiders special team led by Jason Martin.
Former commissioner and longtime Little League coach.
The Buck special team led by Brett Lewis III.
You know, it goes back to, I believe, now I don't believe Kerry was on the first bunch. I believe a little older, Chad Cooper in that bunch was the ones that actually were the first young men to play in our Little League program, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, and to be truth be told, I'm sure Chad's dad had a lot with getting that going. He was always a big quarterback club supporter and booster back in those days. You know, but I know, you know, Kerry and Keith come up through, which, you know, Timmy Pearson, you know, you go back to the early 80s football teams that were pretty good. They were the ones that kind of started that Little League program, and just all the people, you know, talking about Billy as a former commissioner, Jonathan Turner now. You know, Kyle, it's one of the good things, and as head coach here, is I get to enjoy most of our Little League stuff because these guys work extremely hard, take a lot of pride, and it's always fun for me when I look down there and see former players. You know, we got several guys involved in our Little League that don't have kids playing anymore. They maybe have, some never have, you know. They've you know, had daughters and things of that nature, and just to see the Patriots taking care of Patriots all the way through, and the guys that have run this league and the great job that they've done, because it's very unique. You go to a lot of counties now, and they're putting 1 or 2 teams together and travel balling it. But here, pretty much every Saturday from Labor Day until the end of 1st of November, you come out to the high school and there's Little League football going on somewhere, and it's Allen County kids most of the time. And, you know, but they do a good job of, you know, like we said, Barron County's coming to town in a few weeks to play, I think, a 2nd grade, a 4th grade, and a 6th grade game. So they do get some of that experience of playing outsiders, but it's nice to know we have enough kids and enough volunteers to run this league and to keep it Allen County, and to try to, you know, that's why I always say, you know, a lot of times when I see a kid going out on senior night, I've watched them play since flag football here on our own field, and you get to know kids pretty well. You get to know the people pretty well when you get to see them all the way up.
Graves on the keeper there. Buccaneers trying to get their first down of the game, and fumble.
And I believe number 11, Payne, come out with the recovery right there. Didn't really see the ball pop out, but there was a big pile, and so here we go, Raiders ball.
Fumble recovery there by number 11, Cannon Payne.
Cannon Payne with the fumble recovery. You know,
I believe it was initiated by number 50, Cam Scott.
Coach, as a high school head coach, to know that you can count on this Little League program and not have to worry about it, and you can just do your job and coach, and, you know, like you said, just those guys that really took pride in it, and, you know, there's a lot of time that goes into it. I mean,
these gentlemen, people have no clue, Kyle, unless they've been there, to know how much effort that they put into it, and not just on the nights of the week practicing, but generally these guys out here, they're giving up their whole Saturdays to coach. We have got around the left corner. It looks like we're going to have a 35-yard getting pushed out at the 4-yard line. Kyle, I believe it's number 33 running the ball.
Nate Berry, the big first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Raiders. That was his first carry of the game.
Hey, the Raiders just keep sending weapons out there.
Yeah, they do. Doesn't matter who gets the ball.
Your first touch of the game, and you go 34, 33 yards, they're almost score a touchdown. And good run, Nate. Good blocking, Raiders.
3:58 left to go here in the second quarter. Raiders up 22-0. Raiders will have it first and goal from the 3. Landers under center. And the handoff right up the gut. And the Raiders are in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And I believe that is a due number as well. 3-0 there, maybe? Is there a 30? 10, okay. Good. We got these young guys up here, thank goodness, helping us out.
Yeah, that was, how do you pronounce that name? Palacios with the touchdown. So we've had touchdown from Gunner Payne. We've had a touchdown from Fisher, touchdown from Cannon Payne, and now a 3-yard rushing touchdown from Palacios. Raiders will go for 2. They're up 28-0 here. 3:53 left to go in the second quarter. Give a big shout out to.
I'll hand off to number 7, and I believe he's going to be close. Tackled there real short of the goal line, so the 2-point conversion is denied. But a good little run right there by number 7, right up the gut.
And want to give a big shout out to my daughter, Maggie Harwood. I'm sure, you know.
Oh, they have changed the call now.
2-point conversion's good. Reverse the call. Compton Payne with a 2-point conversion.
Well, I've never really seen much like that. Both teams are already moving down for the upcoming kickoff, and we had a little conference with the officials working it out. Maybe one of them got a little too quick on the decline symbol.
Yeah, I was talking about the Payne boys just playing really well, both of them tonight. They'll hopefully be Patriot football players not too long from now. I mean, 3rd and 4th grade, and you know, I can remember playing and Little League football, and I guess 3rd and 4th grade. So that would probably been, that was before you. Some probably Reese was here, and then the Varsity used to, I guess, come in on Saturdays. They might have done a lift or something. I can remember them coming out, and the weight room door would be open, and Little League football would be going on. You just look in there and see David Delk and Adam Wanta, and that's good to see. I see several of our Patriot football players out here supporting. You know, it doesn't. You don't know how much it means to these young kids to see the stars here, the Patriots.
The game before, Jackson Morris was calling the offense for one of the little 49ers team, I believe. And, Chase Ross has been – he helped out with the flag game before that and the game then. The Titans who won the Flag Booster Bowl are coached by Julian and Jaquez McPeak, former players, and then Chase helping out. And so, seeing all of our guys and that's what it's about. And, to see those guys that, Jaquez and Julian not long out of high school, don't have kids yet, but they're investing in the youth of Allen County and doing a great job. And then seeing our players and what community spirit it helps out, and just teaching our young men the importance of that stuff. And this is, with the schedules we're on these days, we don't force them to, help out, but a lot of them just find their ways through a cousin or a brother or something getting out there. And next thing you know, they're going to practices every night when we get finished, and just being great little role models for these future Patriots.
Yeah, great to get involved and give back to Little League.
We got any Raiders fans in the house?
So with 2:55 left to go in the second quarter, it's a 30-0 lead for the Raiders. Buccaneers have had trouble moving the football. Be 2nd and 10 on the 28. Graves will have it under center. The snap, and he's met by the defensive line of the Raiders. Willis runs right in to the defensive tackle there for the Raiders. So Cowboys and Jets will be the championship game. Looking forward to that as the Jets are undefeated. Cowboys trying to get the win. They are coached by Ronnie Scott. The Jets, coached by Jonathan Turner. And the Willoughbys, longtime Jets coaches. You know, the Jets and the Redskins were the big rivalry when I was growing up, and I think that was for a long time. And then you said the Dolphins were really good when you played.
My 2 years here, it was us and the Redskins the year before that split to only win one game. And then my fifth grade year, it was us and the Redskins that split going into the Booster Bowl, and we got to win on it to win the league that year. So that was the kind of a big rivalry. And, you know, the Cowboys, you know, were rolling back then as well. And I think, you know, there for several years. And then I believe the Jets somewhere around the 90s, kind of late 90s, early 2000s went on a roll. But you know, it's fun because you go back to the 80s and you know, somebody's a Jet, Cowboy, Dolphin, or Redskin.
They carry it with them.
You know, and they do it. And sometimes I have to tell them when they get to middle school, look, people, we are all on the same team. And, you know, even though you take a lot of pride in that Little League team, we all do want to be future Patriots one day. And so we want to win out here, and you want to play your best, but also remember one day, hopefully, if everything works out, your teammates together wearing the red and blue and trying to go for the same goals.
So Matt Trauber and the Raiders trying to get a Booster Bowl win. The last Booster Bowl championship came back in 2021 for the Raiders. Again, they have not been scored on this year. And they have scored 300 points. 12 seconds left to go.
You know, looking down, watching the Jets get warmed up in the end zone,
they're big.
I believe they have more coaches on staff down there than I do, Kyle.
They have to recruit some of them.
Yeah, I believe they've got like one per kid, maybe a couple. You know, the whole Turner clan, the Willoughby clan, and then several others I can see from here. They got a full staff. I'm wondering if they're going to be up in the press box with headgears on today.
They might. That's the end of the second quarter. We'll head to halftime. That quarter is brought to you by CPC Commodities. 30-0. The lead for the Raiders. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we're going to have former Little League Commissioner, longtime coach Billy Turner right here on the Patriot Sports Radio Network. We'll be back after these messages.
And that's going to bring up halftime.
The Medical Center at Bowling Green is proud to announce the certification of its cardiac rehabilitation program by the American Association of Cardiovascular and Pulmonary Rehabilitation. The program certification is the only peer review accreditation process designed to review individual programs for adherence to standards and guidelines. In order to maintain the certification, the Medical Center must offer the most advanced practices available and have proven track records of high-quality patient care. And for the 9th consecutive year, the Medical Center at Bowling Green has been recognized for its commitment.
Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams is proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Young's Electric Heating and Cooling. Does your system have you feeling old? Call Young's today at 622-4412. And Service One Credit Union, member-focused, service-driven. A special thank you to the members of the Patriot Sports Club.
Gary Force Honda has over 500 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to sell. Fresh inventory arriving daily. Over 200 trucks, cars, and SUVs. Over 50 GM, Ford, and Chevy Sport utilities and trucks. Certified pre-owned Hondas with 100,000-mile warranty. And special financing options at 0.9 APR with approved credit. We want to buy your car. Any make, any model. Take advantage of the highest trading prices ever seen in this area. Trade your truck, car, van, motorcycle, or four-wheeler. Gary Force Honda, Scottsville Road in Bowling Green.
You're listening to WVLE 99.3. Join me, Kyle Harwood, and Chad Cooper every Friday night covering Patriot football, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff on the Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3.
Pressure got a quick throw over to Gee, and it's Mason Hester and Blaine Tracy on the tackle. It's Patriot football. Here we go. Big stomp by the Patriots. Speed up the sideline. He's got a block. He's gone. At the 50, the 40, 30. Chase Ross. Can he find the end zone? He's in. Touchdown Patriots. Chase Ross takes escapes the sack. Now he'll throw it. Hit Levi Cooper. Makes one defender miss. He's got the sideline. First down, Patriots.
Patriot Sports Radio is presented by Gary Force Honda and financed through Studel Financial Services.
And we're live here at the Booster Bowl Championship for the Junior League, 3rd and 4, 30-0 Raiders with the lead over the Buccaneers. I'm Kyle Harwood, now joined in by former commissioner and longtime coach Billy Turner. Billy, glad to have you up here.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for having me.
When I decided to do this, I knew I was going to have to get you and Hood for sure, with both of you having kids that have grown up. But you've spent a lot of time in this Little League program, and you did it the right way. I mean, I had people from other communities talking about our Little League and how it was organized, and it still is. But kind of just tell us a little bit of day-to-day of what goes in of being a Little League football commissioner.
Yeah, well, I coached for, I think, 15 years, and I think I was commissioner for about 5. And it's a lot of stuff. I mean, you got a lot of prep work with setting up the field, painting the field, making sure all the kids have uniforms, getting your sign-ups done, concessions, staying, everybody doesn't see after you leave. And Jonathan Turner does a great job with this now. But when everyone leaves, you're usually – a lot of times when I got here in the mornings, I'd get here at 8 o'clock and unlock that gate. And whenever everybody was done, I'd get home about 6 or 7, and I'd lock the gate back after I cleaned the bathrooms, made sure the field looked good, and everybody got everything they need to get done. So it's a long day, but it's well worth it. There's a lot of kids that come through this program, and they keep playing all the way up through high school.
And that's the thing. That's the key. When you come through this program, A, you want to have the kids want to have fun, and then B, they want to learn the game, and that's the biggest thing is those two things: having fun and then learning the game. Because to at such a young age to learn the offense and to learn, just the game of football, and I think that goes a long way. So we've had plenty of good coaches and that have done that, and that's what I really believe that our Little League football. It's one of the better Little League programs here in Allen County, and I feel like our guys are ready once we get to the middle school level, and a big part of that is this program and the coaches.
Yeah, we play a lot of different teams here and there from different counties, and we'll talk, and it's like Coach Hibb was saying earlier, a lot of times they don't have a Little League program anymore. They have a couple travel teams that go here and there and play. They're envious of what we got now. It spreads us out a little bit, but we bring it together, try to at the end of the year. COVID kind of got us, and we got away from that a little bit, but it's awesome. This year, like I said, I did this for like 15 years, and this year, and I've helped with high school for a while, and this was my first year helping with middle school, so it's great seeing those kids come up, and you've coached against them, and you finally get to get your hands on them a little bit and kind of direct them in the way you think they should go, and just seeing them all kind of come together and play. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like you said, with teams travel, and they don't get to play every week. This is what do we play? 7 games in the regular season, then you have 2 playoff games.
You play 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, you play everybody twice, and then you have 2 playoff games, and it's a pretty good little season for them.
And then you have the Booster Bowl here, and a lot of Patriot players have come through this Little League program and had a lot of success in the high school, but it all starts right here. And Billy will start the second half.
Absolutely, yeah.
30-0 Raiders.
This Raiders team is a pretty dominant team. I coached both. I figured it up. I'd coached the Chargers, the Bears, the Raiders, the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Dolphins. So I've coached both of these teams out here, but this Raiders team is pretty doggone dominant.
They are. You got the Payne brothers who are just really dominant at Compton and Gunner. And then the defensive line has done a really good job, but it really doesn't matter who carries the ball for the Raiders. They can find the end zone. So
it's a bushel of Paynes. I mean, they're Payne everywhere, and you got little Trevor Fisher, you got Mr. Landers, you got Grant Klein and Mr. Scott on the line there. They're pretty doggone dominant. So it's a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure.
Center. The Bucks, prior to this game, scored 100 points. They gave up 95. They just squeaked by. I think they won 6-0 over the Steelers in the playoffs last week.
I'd just like to see. I'd like to see them get a little something going here. They're getting stuck at the line quite a bit. That line of the Raiders is pretty formidable.
Yeah, it's hard to get by those big guys, and we got a player down for the Bucks.
He seems to be okay. He's up and he's back in the huddle. So,
and Billy, you've seen it, being the commissioner and coach. What does it mean to these kids to get to play on the big stage and to get their name announced? And now we're doing the radio. I know they probably don't know we're doing the radio, but pretty cool to have that at that stage.
I've been out here on many a Saturday, and I'll just tell you, this may be the prettiest weather I've ever seen for a Booster Bowl, but usually it's pretty cold, and you've got the kids ready to run through banners. Some of the teams play music, and it's just always, they're on the big field, and they're excited, and, it's neat to look up the stands and see your parents, and it's neat to see that big ACS on the field and just being able to run out there and make some tackles. So it's really cool. The kids look forward to that all year long.
Yeah, Thunderstruck playing right now. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. 30-0 Raiders with the lead. Bucks have the ball. Second and long. Bucks trying to move the ball.
Oh, had a little movement right there. We got the young guy playing up. Got a little anxious on the line there.
Yeah, false start on the offense going to push them back even further. So championship game will be to follow. We'll have the Cowboys taking on the Mighty Jets.
The Mighty Jets, my nemesis for the longest of time. We finally got them one year, but they have got a great. I was a Jet when I played, but they've had a pretty great run. There when Barry and Willoughby kept going at it forever, and then Tim stepped back, and my Dolphins got on a pretty good run. But it always seemed like the Jets were there, and we were just grateful to finally get them one year.
Yeah, I wish there was some kind of record book to look back and see. At least championships, because I would say the Jets have been in the championship almost every year.
I would say Mike Willoughby may be the Ric Flair of Little League football.
That is a great quote.
He may have more belts than anybody I know. He has done it for a long time, and I've had the pleasure of coaching with Mike when we coached the Panthers one year, and Mike is intense, and he loves these little guys, and he puts everything he's got into it, and he'll never know how much I appreciate him. Him and Tim Berry here was for a long time, and Tim was one of the guys that got me involved, and I think the world of Tim. He put all he had into Little League football for as long as I can remember, and so we miss him up here, and I've got to get out a couple times this year and see old Mike and Stinky out here still going strong, and Jonathan taking it over, and Jonathan's he's done a tremendous job. I mean, he does a really good job with these kids.
But, yeah, I mean, Stinky, Mike, and Tim were just, especially when I played, they were real big in this program. And, you think, they're missing a lot of time, too. This is every Saturday and, work through the week. And then Saturday.
Couple days a week on practice, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got your whole Saturday is out here, but they love it, and they've made the program better because of it.
They have. There is nothing like, and I've got to experience this too, when you've got Cedar Light and you've got the Patriots walking through, and you're like, I coach that kid, I coach that kid, I coach that kid. It's just a pretty great feeling to see them come through the system and see them being able to see. I've had some kids that I've coached that maybe weren't the greatest when they played, and they just kept working and working and working, and you see them have some success as they get older, and it's really rewarding. I mean, it just is. It's a great feeling to see these young men or young guys turn into young men. So.
And as a youngster, you'll always remember your Little League coach, and I think we've had great coaches out here, and so to be able to lead these young men, it's an honor because they're going to remember it for quite some time. I can remember Junior Bray giving us a little pep talk before we played the Colts in that championship game I was talking about earlier, but he just was so fired up, and I could see his intensity. I was a little third grader, and I was like, if this grown man is this fired up, I've got to get this fired up too. And through him and Sean Pay were really big in Little League football and in baseball when I was growing up, and really helped us have some success. 2:52 left to go.
Got a reverse coming around. He's got a
flag
corner
on the play.
Corner to beat, and he's beating. He held on.
We'll see what the call.
One of my teammates the other day, and that was pretty awesome just to see all those guys that you still see today and see what they look like back then. So
I'd say that's got to be pretty cool. And the Bucks have an injured player, so are they down to?
We got the little
10?
guy back on. They got 10 on there, so.
So the Raiders, after the penalty, here's the handoff. It's going to be Compton. Gunnar Compton makes a good move, breaks another tackle. He's at the 35, now the 30. One man to beat. His own player nearly tackles him. Wow.
That was the Panthers.
Oh, that was the. I'm sorry.
It was the Panthers. I told you.
So the Bucks have a player that is wearing the Panthers jersey. He stayed back. The Bucks didn't have enough players. I thought that. Did you think that he was a Raider as well?
I did. I thought, man, he's turned on his teammate.
He's going to tackle his own teammate. But actually, it was the youngster who has stepped up to play in the other league. He just has a different jersey. Threw me off there. Noah Chandler gets the tackle.
I thought maybe something was said in the huddle, Kyle. I thought,
I don't
maybe
know
just turned on each other.
what happened, but the big first down by Compton and the Raiders. So Landers will be under center, 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line, 30-0 lead for the Raiders. Landers rolls to his right. I think it's going to be a pass play possibly. No, he's going to run it. Cuts back. Midfield, he's in. Touchdown. Landers finds the end zone.
He tiptoed that one all the way in. He had his hand up and he was tiptoeing into the end zone.
11-yard rushing touchdown by Landers. 36-0 now. So Landers has scored a rushing touchdown. We've seen a rushing touchdown from Payne, Gunnar Payne, as well as Cannon Payne. Both Paynes have scored, and Paliesos gets the rushing touchdown. 2-point conversion for the Raiders.
Still plow.
Ball comes out. I think the Buccaneers will recover it. 2-point conversion is no good. 36-0 with the lead for the Raiders. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back to the fourth quarter as the Raiders have a 36-0 lead. We'll be back after these messages.
In Fountain Run, Kentucky, can provide you with the most accurate, up-to-date information in the commodity and feed industry. Rooted in a family farm, CPC can supply your needs at competitive prices along with unrivaled service, no matter the size of your operation. Give them a call at 888-618-6455 and see why they say our products are proven on our farm and made for yours. That's CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health.
This is Eric Hagan with the Medical Center of Scottsville. We're proud to sponsor the Player of the Game for Patriot and Lady Patriot Sports on WVLE 99.3 FM. Go Patriots!
At Leachman Buick GMC, we treat you different than any other car dealer. We are the only dealership in the area with non-commissioned sales consultants. They help you find the vehicle you want, not what benefits them. No pressure, no hassle, and the most pleasant buying experience you will ever have. Only at Leachman Buick GMC in Bowling Green. We don't know Leachman prices. We don't know we're down.
Back to the action here. Raiders will kick off. And who comes up with it? Was it the Bucks?
The Bucks got it.
That was number 64, Ralph Steele.
Raider machine keeps on rolling right now, Kyle.
So the Bucks will have the ball. Billy, they've had some trouble moving the football, but I'll tell you why. It's because this Bucks defense, one, it's hard to get past the defensive line, but then the linebackers are just running around and making some big-time hits. You're definitely going to see several of these Raiders in a Patriot uniform in the years to come.
I think they've got everybody but the people in the stands in the box, Kyle. They're not allowing anything. They're pressing up tight.
Yeah, they haven't allowed a score this season, which that is really impressive. Big defense. So the Bucks break the huddle, trying to get something going here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39. 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. 36-0 Raiders. Matt Trauber's Raiders taking on West. Was it C.J. West's
Yes.
Bucks? Here's the handoff, and it's a pretty good block, but the Raiders, Compton.
And Klein, I think, is there too.
Payne gets the tackle. Klein. So it'll bring up second down for the Bucks. Be sure to stay tuned in with us. We'll have the Jets and the Cowboys in the championship game to follow this.
Cowboys are the defending champions of the senior league. They beat us last year. A little bit of a controversial call, but we don't carry no hard feelings into that, Kyle. You know, it is what it is. They played a great game. Mr. Granger, he put on quite a show last year. So
the Cowboys are defending champs.
They are.
And they'll be taking on the Jets, who have won it several times.
Last year was the first time in a minute they hadn't been in the championship game. It didn't hurt my feelings any, but it was we'd seen them quite enough.
It'll be Graves on the carry, the quarterback. Going to run backwards, and it's a tackle for a loss. That is
Fisher, I think. Yep, Trevor Fisher again. He is quick. He is like his brother. They are some quick little dudes.
And going to get a quick update here. I want to recognize some of our middle school players. The following players were selected the Mid-Sky Conference team. These players will be honored between games of the conference championship. 7th grader was Aiden Granger and Blaine Beavers.
That was
8th
our
graders.
skill player and a lineman for each grade.
And then 8th graders Wyatt Todd, who's a skilled player, and Will Henry Edwards, a lineman.
Great kids. They had a good year this year.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about the middle school football and how it went this year.
Middle school, 8th grade, we started out a little slow. Mr. Ken Hood started quarterback this year and took them to a 2-7 record. Got better as the year went on. He got more comfortable his first year under center and did a great job. And they got a couple wins and really should have got their first playoff win on a bad call. We had a lineman downfield call, and when we watched the film, he was right on the line of scrimmage, took a touchdown away. We lost 8-0.
And it was raining that night, too.
It was a little drizzle on the field. 7th grade, they ended up 5-4 this year. We had a couple games, could have easily been 7-2. We had a couple games that we just kind of lost there at the end, and Truitt was the quarterback for them this year, and they had a really good season, but I think both teams learned, and I'm looking forward to seeing them all grow and keep playing, and seeing that 8th grade bunch get up to Coach Hood. He's primed and ready for them to get up there next year, and I'm looking forward to seeing those 7th graders get to be 8th graders. So
great job for our middle school program and Coach Bewley and
Josh
yourself.
does a great job. I'm a
I'm
huge
glad.
Josh fan. I love him to death.
You know, he was on the high school staff for some years, and then he kind of took some time away and then stepped right into that middle school program. Glad to have him. He's a good football coach, and glad to have him.
It's kind of weird for me, Kyle, because, you know, I'm an old man now. So I grew up with Josh's dad and had known him forever, and then Josh got in there and got going on it. So it's got to see Josh grow up, and great to see the coach he's become and the time and effort he puts into these young men. It's kind of, you know, the older you get and you see these guys grow up, it's kind of a neat feeling to see them step up and take control of some things.
Raiders have the lead 36-0, a minute 42 remaining, and it looks like they're going to have the ball, and probably handoff goes up the middle, carry there by number 10, Paliesos. Eli on the carry. So minute 23 left to go. Looks like Matt Trauber and the Raiders are going to get the Booster Bowl championship. They're going to get the win. They'll probably improve to 8-0 this year. They scored over 300 points and did not give up a single point, which is very impressive. But
quite
then
a feat.
Scoring 300 points is
quite a feat as well.
Yeah, they scored 36 today, and handoff goes right side. Breaks one tackle, now two, and finally going to be brought down. But before we go, I just want to read all the names real quick for the Buccaneers. You had Ivy Willis, John Allen Graves, Kyler Klein, Alex Rivas Jr., A.J. Simpson, Caden West, Ralph Steele, Phoenix Murphy, Easton Wright, Kyson Burrows, Abel King. Head coach C.J. West, assisted by Cody Graves, Tyler Klein, Greg Willis, and Greg Willis Sr. Then we had the Bucks were 4-4 on the year, and were 3rd and 4th grade runner-ups. The Raiders had Compton Payne, Eli Paliesos, Cannon Payne, Aiden Gregory, Peyton Landers, Trevor Fisher, Gunnar Smith, Nate Berry, Brantley Willoughby, Gunnar Payne, Cam Scott, and Grant Klein. The Raiders were coached by head coach Matt Trauber, assisted by William Pettigo, Aaron Gregory, Logan Kendall, and Jason Carter. They were 8-0, and they about 25 seconds away from being crowned Booster Bowl champions. I think they won it back in 2021. The Colts were champions last year. The Raiders were runner-up.
Yep, they were prime. Matt had a good draft. He had a lot of kids coming back, and he was. I know he was really anxious for this year. So, how'd you enjoy that game last night?
I was pacing back and forth. I was really just trying to be positive. But it was. We tried to give it away so many times last night, but finally got the win in overtime. 20 seconds.
It was a roller coaster of emotion. It was. I've watched a lot of football, and I don't know that I've ever seen a game like that. But it was. Yeah. It was a great victory.
And that's going to be 17 seconds left to go. Yeah, me and Chad were just nervous up there in the booth, and then had several listeners last night. When you get that road game, long road trip, that's when we really have to be on our game on the broadcast because everybody's listening there. So
yeah,
it's going to be 2nd and long,
and playing there, it's probably about as close as you're going to get to playing in maybe an NFL stadium.
That was a nice stadium, yeah. Big carry there by Barry. Ball comes out, but they're going to rule him down. 7 seconds remain.
She's going to tick out, Kyle.
That's the ball game. 36-0. Raiders get the win. They are going to be crowned Booster Bowl champions here. The Booster Bowl champions in the 3rd and 4th grade division, the Junior League. Congratulations to Matt Trauber and the Raiders. They improved to 8-0 on the year, scored over 300 points, did not give up a single point. Congratulations to the Raiders. And we'll go ahead and name it. I don't think it's hard to do. The Medical Center at Scottsville Player of the Game goes to number 11, Cannon Payne.
He had a great game.
Cannon Payne had a rushing touchdown, several tackles, fumble recovery. He had a big game for the Raiders. Cannon Payne is the Medical Center at Scottsville Player of the Game. Congratulations to the Junior League Division champions, the Raiders. They get the win, 36-0 over the Buccaneers. So, but good year for the Buccaneers as well. C.J. West and the Bucks fell to 4-4 on the year, but made it to the championship game. Congratulations to both teams. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll have some more stats for you and some media notes, but stay tuned in with us as we'll have the Jets and the Cowboys here in the nightcap of the senior division. This is Kyle Harwood, Billy Turner, right here on the Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3. We'll be back after these messages.
23-24 season is here, and it's live on 99.3 WVLE. Join all the action of Patriot Sports with Kyle Harwood. Patriot Sports presented by Gary Force Honda and financed by Studel Financial Services. And is brought to you by Allen County Farmer Service, Edmonton State Bank, Tri-County EMC, Leachman Buick GMC, North Central Telephone Cooperative, CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health, the Medical Center, and members of the Patriot Sports Club. ACS Patriot Sports, financed by Studel Financial Services, and brought to you by Gary Force Honda on 99.3 WVLE.
Tri-County Electric offers the Energy Ride Home Evaluation Program to provide our member owners with information on ways to lower energy use and save money. This do-it-yourself audit allows you to answer questions specific to your home. Once the questionnaire is received, a customized report will be prepared for your home that will identify the major energy users and provide information on how you can become more energy efficient. Best of all, the program is free. Contact your local Tri-County Electric office for more information on the Energy Ride Home Evaluation Program. Tri-County Electric, owned and operated by those they serve.
Don't let lawn care get you down. Stop by Allen County Farmer Service in Scottsville, where all steel battery-operated lawn care equipment is 10% off. Steel mowers, trimmers, and blowers will cut your yard work down to size. And for your cattle, Allen County Farmer Service has a complete line of minerals, blocks, and tubs. So take care of your livestock and your yard with steel lawn equipment now 10% off at Allen County Farmer Service, located on the Smiths Grove Road in Scottsville. Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Dinkins and Gosnell Heating and Cooling, your authorized Rheem dealer. TJ Regional Health Scottsville. Healthcare for your whole family. TJ Healthcare Scottsville, total local care. And Dr. Mark Ross, optometrist. Our focus is your vision. Call 237-2871. And a special thank you to members of the Patriot Sports Club.
High school football is back. If your favorite team is the Allen County Scottsville Patriots, North Central TV has you covered. You can watch the Patriots games on NCTV this season on Channel 97. The games air on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon and 6 p.m. and on Sunday at 12 noon. Again, that's at 12 and 6 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and at 12 noon on Sunday. The Allen County Scottsville Patriots and North Central TV. Now that's a winning combination.
Edmonton State Bank, which has been serving the financial needs of South Central Kentucky since 1897, is proud to be a sponsor of Patriot Sports on radio. Since the bank's inception, Edmonton State Bank has grown from one branch to 13 locations in South Central Kentucky to serve the area's banking needs. Patriot Sports and Edmonton State Bank, two long-standing traditions in South Central Kentucky. Edmonton State Bank, member FDIC. The Medical Center at Bowling Green is proud to announce the certification of its cardiac rehabilitation program by the American Association of Cardiovascular and Pulmonary Rehabilitation. The program certification is the only peer review accreditation process designed to review individual programs for adherence to standards and guidelines. In order to maintain the certification, the Medical Center must offer the most advanced practices available and have proven track records of high-quality patient care. And for the 9th consecutive year, the Medical Center at Bowling Green has been recognized for its commitment to improving quality of life by enhancing standards of care.
The Senior Division Cowboys walk for the 40.
Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams is proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Young's Electric Heating and Cooling. Does your system have you feeling old? Call Young's today at 622-4412. And Service One Credit Union, member-focused, service-driven. A special thank you to the members of the Patriot Sports Club.
You're listening to WVLE 99.3. Join me, Kyle Harwood, and Chad Cooper every Friday night covering Patriot football, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff on the Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3.
Pressure got to switch over to Gee, and it's Mason Hester and Blaine Tracy on the tackle. It's Patriot football. Here we go. Big stop by the Patriots. Speed up the sideline. He's got a block. He's gone. The 50, the 40.
Rival service, no matter the size of your operation. Give them a call at 888-618-6455 and see why they say our products are proven on our farm and made for yours. That's CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health.
And we're live here at Patriot Field as the Raiders get the win 36-0 over the Bucks for the Booster Bowl championship, the junior division. We now will await the Jets and the Cowboys. They're having a little player recognition here prior to the game, but a big win for the Raiders over the Bucks. Congratulations to Matt Trauber as Cannon Payne was our Medical Center at Scottsville Player of the Game. Congratulations to the Raiders. It could have went to several different Raiders, but had to pick one, and it was Cannon Payne who gets the award. So Cowboys and Jets will square off here shortly. The Jets are 7-0 on the year. They've scored 256 points, giving up just 6. The Cowboys are working on their roster right now as they are defending Booster Bowl champions. They were champions last year as the Cowboys were 5-2 on the year, scored 136 points and allowed 116. Cowboys are coached by Ronnie Scott, assisted by Tommy Scott, Bryson Richer, Caleb Woodard, and Hunter Randall. And the Jets are coached by Jonathan Turner, head coach, assisted by Mike Willoughby, Tyler Willoughby, Dalton Turner for the Jets. So big win for the Patriots last night, Coach. And while they're doing this recognition for the players, we'll talk about it quickly. Had you on mute there as you get the win, overtime win, 20-19 over Hoptown. It was the first time we had won in overtime since 1989. I saw War Production.
So we did finally find the last win.
It was an 89 in overtime, and you know, it was a must-win game for the Patriots last night, and we punched our ticket to the playoffs. That was your 16th consecutive time that you've done it, only once in your tenure that we didn't make the playoffs. So that was really big for the Patriots to get in. An ugly game, let's just be honest, it was. But I think you had Braylon Adams with, do you have 2 rushing touchdowns? And
2 rushing touchdowns, yeah. And
Jalik Mitchell had the 92-yard interception return. He actually had 2 interceptions last night, which he has 4 on the year.
And 3 of them for touchdowns.
Yes, so we had a great defensive game. Blaine Tracy had several tackles as well.
Cole Wright and Jackson Morris were all over the place.
And then Deontay and Jalik played lights out corner, as well as Cameron Lay.
Yeah, Deontay was tasked with guard number 16, who was over 50% of their receiving yardage and their rushing yardage. He was about 68% of their offense. And I tell you what, he made a few catches, but he earned every one of them. Deontay played his best game last night, and he kept fighting and kept working and never got 2 down, never got 2 up, and just, played a solid football game, which with a young sophomore like Deontay, it was good to see that growth, that improvement. And, last night, even the touchdown in overtime, Deontay was right there. Kid just makes a great catch. But when Jackson Morris got the 2-point stop up high, it was Deontay that was coming in hard, hitting him low, and proud of our guys' effort and proud of our, we didn't make some of the best decisions in the world last night, but we played hard and we never quit. And, after you give up a tying score, it's very easy, especially the way we give it up on giving them the ball on the half-yard line, and just after our defense had played so well and with little time left, you worry about how they're going to react. But luckily, they stepped up and finished it off in overtime. They never got 2 down on it, never got 2 down on each other, and they finished it through.
Big play there by Morris in overtime as he stops them at the 1 and ended up getting that big win. So Patriots will punch their ticket to the playoffs, but before the playoffs, you've got Barron County at home next week for senior night. We'll have senior night prior to the game. I think we're honoring the Lady Patriots soccer team at some point. The band's going to perform, so it'll be a good senior night for the Patriots.
And cheerleaders will be getting honored as well, the senior cheerleaders. And it's Barron County, and so, we got a lot of things to fight for. Later on down the road, the RPI could become a factor, so this win could give us some help in the RPI to move us up on travel distances and things like that. But too, it's our old rival from right down the road, and we went in there and squeaked out a win on their senior night last year, and I'm sure they're going to want to be coming back and doing the same as they're getting ready for the playoffs as well. And I believe they're going to end the year as the number 2 seed. Quite possibly, because some things are going on at North Hardin, and so they're going to have a home playoff game the next week. So, both teams have a lot to be fighting for. For us, getting healthy, improving, and trying to keep a win streak alive. For them, getting ready for a home playoff game and number 2 seed.
Yeah, so the playoffs will District 1 and District 2 will be playing there in those first 2 rounds. So District 1, which is our district, will have Paducah-Tillman as the 1 seed. They'll be taking on the 4 seed. I believe it's Breckenridge.
I believe so.
And then 2-3 seed in that bracket will be Logan County taking on John Hardin. And Logan will have a home game. Paducah will have a home game. Then you'll have Bardstown. Patriots will travel to Bardstown November 3rd. For that game. And then in the 2-3 matchup, you'll have Nelson hosting East. So honestly, and I know that I'm bragging on our district, but I really think this is one of the only districts that could possibly get a sweep. And I know the 1-4 matchup, there's not a lot of 4 seeds that do get the win, but that's one that people will talk about that could be a possible upset is our game, in fact. I know Bardstown wins the state championship last year. I know they have tons of speed, and a lot of those kids were sophomores last year. But they just haven't been clicking, and I know, again, they've played a tough schedule, but, hey, we've played one of the toughest schedules, too. I think if we can clean up the turnovers and the penalties, by the 4th quarter, we'll have a chance to win against Bardstown at Bardstown.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of speed, but fortunately this year we've seen a lot of speed at other games as well. And, a long tradition of winning football. And like you said, they had a really good team last year. They've got a really good team this year, but we've been battle tested. And like I said, Kyle, like I've been telling the kids, 4 seeds have beat 1 seeds before. You keep preparing, you keep working, you keep positive attitude, and anything can happen. That's why it's called the playoffs. We got people every year complaining that too many teams get in, too many this, too many that. But you know what? For the occasional years that the 4s do upset the 1s or the 3s make a run to the regional final, that's why we have it. And so it makes it exciting. It makes it fun, and we're going to be playing football in November. So that's always one of our first goals we set every year is to be playing in the playoffs, and hopefully if we can keep improving and clean up we haven't fumbled the ball a lot this year until last night, and that we got to clean that up this week, and we're going to work on it, and hopefully we'll come in riding a big win streak. But we have had some excitement here at the end of the year, and we have earned our way in. And so now it's about doing what we need to do when we get there.
Patriots are 4-5 on the year. They'll have Barron next week. We'll have a 6:30 broadcast, 7 o'clock kickoff. Before we talk more football, just want to say congratulations to the Lady Patriot volleyball team that were runner-up in the 15th district. They'll play Bowling Green on Monday in the nightcap. We will not be able to do that game. We were thinking that we possibly could, but just the dates didn't work out for us. So, but we did get a lot of volleyball on the air, and I just want to brag on Cassie Parrish a little bit. She helped me out a lot in the volleyball. I mean, I went in not knowing much at all about volleyball, and that's sad because she played, but she's really taught me the game, and I feel like a little bragging on our crew here, but it's a fun sport, but fun to listen to, I would say, too. We really got into it this year, and she helped me out a lot. And
I always enjoyed when you would be saying something and Cassie did not hold back, just taking over, showing her knowledge compared to yours. And it led to, I thought we was going to have some brother-sister squabbles on there, but it was a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people appreciate it, Kyle, and that, and that's one thing we're trying to do with our athletics department, with the live streaming, with the different things, and being able to tie you and the radio in with those things, and hopefully, there's been some kinks. I'm going to tell you something, me and Cameron are not the most technological advanced people in the world, and so a lot of this stuff's new to me, just like a while ago, forgetting to set a timer, but grabbing my phone because somebody texted you, and within 3 minutes, we've got the Little League championships up online. We've got them on.
I think somebody said somebody from Iowa was watching.
Somebody from Iowa was watching, and probably a grandparent or a cousin that just wanted to get to see their young one play, and hopefully we can keep doing more with this. We're in the works to try to get the set cameras for baseball and softball.
Don't know, because a lot of the game is at the midfield, just passing, and so I'm trying to recruit me a soccer broadcaster, and then there's some power issues, so we're trying to figure that out. But the goal is to get a few soccer games on the air next.
Kentucky can provide you with the most accurate, up-to-date information in the commodity and feed industry. Rooted in a family farm, CPC can supply your needs at competitive prices along with unrivaled service, no matter the size of your operation. Give them a call at 888-618-6455 and see why they say our products are proven on our farm and made for yours. That's CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health.
Patriot Athletics in any form, football or any other sport.
At Leachman Buick GMC, we treat you different than any other car dealer. We are the only dealership in the area with non-commissioned sales consultants. They help you find the vehicle you want, not what benefits them. No pressure, no hassle, and the most pleasant buying experience you will ever have. Only at Leachman Buick GMC in Bowling Green.
And after his passing, members of the ACS family set out to remember him by donating funds to the league so that all the kids here could be a part. An award was created in the memory with the criteria stage. The award winner be just like Coach Paul. A great teammate, always smiling, encouraging other people.
Patriot Sports presented by Gary Force Honda and financed by Studel Financial Services. And brought to you by Allen County Farmer Service, Edmonton State Bank, Tri-County EMC, Leachman Buick GMC, North Central Telephone Cooperative, CPC Commodities, the Medical Center, and members of the Patriot Sports Club. ACS Patriot Sports financed by Student Financial Services and brought to you by Gary Force Honda on 99.3.
We've had some really good award winners this year, and I'm sure Bruce will be very happy, and we're very happy
Tri-County Electric offers
that we
the
were
Energy
part of
Right
his
Home
life.
Evaluation Program to provide our member owners with information on ways to lower energy use and save money. This do-it-yourself audit allows you to answer questions specific to your home. Once the questionnaire is received, a customized report will be prepared for your home that will identify the major energy users and provide information on how you can become more energy efficient. Best of all, the program is free. Contact your local Tri-County Electric office for more information on the Energy Right Home Evaluation Program. Tri-County Electric, owned and operated by those they serve.
The gate down here by the sports complex, please move your vehicles so we can get folks out. That's our only way out.
Steel mowers, trimmers, and blowers will cut your yard work down to size. And for your cattle, Allen County Farmer Service has a complete line of minerals.
And if anybody is trying to get home and can't go there, and have lost a set of keys, there's a set of keys that's been turned into the concession stand, and they are...
We're live here at the Booster Bowl, the Senior Division. Cowboys and Jets about to square off for this championship. I'm Kyle Harwood. Joining the broadcast is head coach of the Patriot football team, Brad Hood. The Raiders won the Junior Division earlier today, 36-0 over the Buccaneers, and then 49ers beat the Panthers 14-0 in that mini division. So 3 leagues are tackle, and then we have a league for flag. So 4 leagues, in this town. You say a small town, but good to have that many teams that participate. And I know you and Billy were talking about how other towns don't have enough, so they're kind of just bringing it all together. But I feel like you're going to lose participation when you just have that one team. It's like there's only 11 guys that can play on offense, 11 on defense. But, when you combine it to that, I know they're traveling, but I like that we do this. I like that we have championships. The Booster Bowl's been going on for a long time, and a lot of pride in this.
Yeah, and, too, Kyle, one of my biggest things about it is as the kids get older and they start playing other sports or getting jobs, doing things like that, if you've only, worked specifically with a smaller number, then that number's going to dissolve some as well. And so being able to have, 4 teams of 6th graders, coming out. You hoping that just carries bigger numbers all the way up to the middle school, then to the high school, and plus too, it allows our kids to get that opportunity because our teams are not so big that everybody's waiting and watching. Most every one of these kids are starting one position or another. Most are starting two positions, and they're playing football. And that's what we like to see. And I tell you, we got a good crowd here tonight for the final game. Looking through, Patriot Stadium has got several people here, and the lights are about to be turned on. And we're about to get ready for some action as I believe the coin toss is about to take off.
Here come the Jets, legendary thunderstruck entrance. They've been doing this for quite some time. They get to run through the tunnel. Jets have got their cheerleaders, and here they come. The Jets, undefeated this season, trying to win a championship. They'll be going up against the Cowboys, who were champions of last year's senior division. Jets are coached by Jonathan Turner, assisted by Mike Willoughby and Tyler Willoughby. Cowboys are ready to go here. Senior Division Championship. Cowboys or Jets 7-0. Scored 256 points, only giving up one touchdown. Cowboys 5-2, scored 136 points and given up 116.
Yo, ACS Cowboys.
So the Jets will send everybody out for the coin flip. I like that, Coach. See everybody to get out there for the coin flip.
Big shout out to the voice of the Patriots, Kyle Harwood.
As the Jets and Cowboys
broadcast our junior division game. You can hear.
Take a short break here right before the game starts. We'll have Cowboys and Jets here in about.
What's going on? Tell them to tune in.
As we're about to have the coin flip here, we'll take a short break. Jets and Cowboys here in the senior division. I'm Kyle Harwood, joined in with Brad Hood on the Patriot Sports Radio Network. We're back after these messages.
Number 50, Braden Scott. Number 84, Braden Delbert. Number 81, Brantley Emerson. Number 34, Christian Russell. Number 72, Dalton Weaver. Number 22, Jonathan Lewis.
And for your cattle, Allen County Farmer Service
42, Jason Tuttle. Jackson Martin, number 44. Jordan JoJo Preston. Number 21, Cannon Drake, 33. Number 77, Lane Foster. Number 64, Luke Shirley.
Radio coverage of Allen County Scottsville Patriot Sports teams proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Dinkinson Gosnell Heating and Cooling, your authorized Ream dealer. TJ Regional Health Scottsville. Healthcare for your whole family. TJ Healthcare Scottsville, total local care. And Dr. Mark Ross, optometrist. Our focus is your vision. Call 237-2871. And a special thank you to members of the Patriot Sports Club.
High school football is back. If your favorite team is the Allen County Scottsville Patriots, North Central TV has you covered. You can watch the Patriots games on NCTV this season on Channel 97. The games air on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon and 6 p.m. and on Sunday at 12 noon. Again, that's at 12 and 6 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and at 12 noon on Sunday. The Allen County Scottsville Patriots and North Central TV. Now that's a winning combination.
Edmonton State Bank, which has been serving the financial needs of South Central Kentucky since 1897,
Second ball on the
is proud to
tee,
be
kicking off
sponsoring
number
Patriot
78,
Sports on radio. Since the
Isaiah
bank's inception,
Chavez.
Edmonton State Bank has grown from one branch to 13.
Back gate number 20.
So the Jets will have. I'll move these rosters over here so you can see. Jets will be kicking off to the Cowboys. Back deep to receive for the Cowboys is number 21, Preston. And hard to see that number. Is that
maybe 22 or 32, Kyle?
Possibly Lewis. The kick will be low. Ball comes out, but I think the Cowboys came up with it. He's going to be downed. So the Cowboys will take over. Cowboys are coached by Ronnie Scott. Cowboys got some good size too. Now, nothing like the Jets. The Jets look like a glorified JV team out here.
It starts with the two Chavezes, and then they just got size around them. But the Chavez brothers, 75 and 78, switching positions at the D end right now, but definitely are some big time anchors for this Jets defense.
So that will be number 22. Lewis is the quarterback. Preston the tailback. They send a man in motion. Goes right side. Little to no gain there. Was that Chavez on the tackle?
I believe it was.
So Chavez is 75, and then you got Collado 72 on that defensive line, as well as number 68, Easton Nelson. And then I believe... Who's that far?
45 maybe? Is that Ty Elmore?
Yes, Ty Elmore on that other defensive end. Cowboys will run to the right side. It'll be a penalty. Now, that first game in that junior division, we did not see a pass. Now, when you get up 5th and 6, you might see them throw it around a little bit. Not much, but
generally they've got a couple in the book, and I know Jonathan in the past has been known, and Ronnie as well has been known to have a few little plays, maybe a little halfback pass, a little quick out, something like that, to just try to change it up a little bit.
See what the official call is. The head official is Kanan Cox, former Patriot football player. Actually, he was a 3-sport athlete, basketball and baseball, and he is out here. Ronnie Scott wants an official word here. Still trying to talk things over. They have not marked it off yet. We're here in the Booster Bowl, Patriot Sports Radio Network, broadcasting the ACS Little League Football Booster Bowl. So glad that, and I think last night Hopkinsville honored their players. They call their league.
It's the Bud.
Yeah,
What was it, Cannon?
I forgot.
Bud Sampson or something. And I'm not sure they've done that for years, so I don't know if that's an old donor maybe back in the day. But they've got different color jerseys, but whatever the name of the league is, they had the blue team, the red team, the orange team, and I tell you what, it was funny, us being on the road, those little guys didn't care who. They were giving high fives to everybody coming in and off the field. They were lined up over there giving us high fives, giving Hoptown high fives. Those kids were just happy to be at the football game, and it was pretty neat. They warmed up with them, and they did some stretching with them, and then they led the tunnel, during the entrance, and we're there. But that's what community football is about, and and that's something we're gracious to have here with our little league, like we've talked about numerous times today. Just we're one big football community right here.
Carry was made by Emberton, I believe. Brantley Emberton, tackle made by the Jets defensive line. 4th down, they'll go for it. And the carry is going to be made by Preston. Jordan Preston on the carry there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. It will be Jets football in good field position after the turnover. As the Jets will have it, 1st and 10 from the 21. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after these messages.
Jets take over First and 10. Kentucky since 1897 is proud to be a sponsor of Patriot Sports on radio. Since the bank's inception, Edmonton State Bank has grown from one branch to 13 locations in South Central Kentucky to serve the area's banking needs. Patriot Sports and Edmonton State Bank, two long-standing traditions in South Central Kentucky. Edmonton State Bank, member FDIC.
It's just number 32, Coleman.
Back to the action here. The carry was made by Cornwall, with the Jets. Tackles made by Jackson Martin for a loss. It'll be 2nd and long for the Jets.
Yeah, Martin did a good job right there forcing the edge and wrapped up, made a good tackle right there, Kyle.
Caleb Foster is the quarterback for the Jets. Handoff goes left side. And the Cowboys able to make a big stop there. The tackle or the carry was made by number 45, Ty Elmore. And I tell you, the defensive lineman, number 55, trying to find his number. Oh, there he is. Holmes. Peyton Holmes.
Big young man that, Peyton, I know he plays baseball, but, and I know he plays football. Big, strong young man that plays it a little physical right here and made a nice tackle right there.
After
Ryan Lewis come up and made a good tackle.
Gonna get a play call from head coach of the Jets, Jonathan Turner. Jets will have it 4th and long here. Cowboys, who have come into this game as the underdog. Jets 7-0 on the year. The Cowboys playing 2 right there with the Jets, as this is a big game. Booster Bowl championship for the senior division. And the Jets have a false start.
Kyle, as I'm looking down on the field, don't get to see this view often during the games. Really wish I had the freedom of some of these sideline coaches here. It looks like half the coaching staff's already at the numbers during the plays. Maybe.
I will say this: you have behaved this year.
I've been good.
That really surprised me. I mean,
I'm getting older and trying to make new friends, Kyle. Just trying to turn over a new leaf.
Well, you just can't kick the pylons and the numbers as far as you used to.
It does hurt a little more.
4th and long, and the Jets will have a pass. A little screen over to the right side. They break a tackle, still going. Tackle now going to be made by number 21, Preston. The pass was completed to Cornwall. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Here comes the Cowboy offense.
So far, Kyle, we've had 2 very, very strong defensive series. Neither team sniffed a first down. Both of them actually lost yards during the turn. So maybe we're going to have some hitting today.
Hope so. When I saw the Cowboys were in the championship, we were going to be able to do them. I instantly thought of Little Giants when he says, "Touchdown, Cowboys." So I hope I get to do that today.
You just want to do it one time, who knows? We might even see the invasion of Puerto Rico or whatever was one of those plays in that movie. And it's probably been 30 years
what was
since
that? 4:36 left to go here in the championship. Still scoreless. And ball comes out.
Got a fumble, but there was a flag thrown in.
Flag prior to the fumble.
It's going to be holding, so that is going to be declined.
What about the Jets? When they come on and off the field, they've got that jet airplane there like they're sore.
They do the flying eagle coming in, and, it is weird, though, seeing them in the all-black unis, looking for some Hunter Green or Kelly Green in there. But they've got the black attack going right here.
So the Jets will get the fumble, and they'll take over. 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Foster will be under center. He gives up the middle, breaks a tackle. Now 2, and that was carried by Willoughby, Eli Willoughby. Not sure who made the tackle.
Quarterback.
Or Fisher. It's the quarterback, excuse me.
Gain of 12 on the play. That's the Jets' first down inside the Cowboy 20.
Yeah, Willoughby right there just shot through for the first big gain of the night.
And I'm sorry, I've been saying Foster is the quarterback. Well, the quarterback is number 40, so that kind of threw me off a little bit, and then it's hard to see those numbers. But handoff goes left side, and he kind of cuts it back up midfield. Tackle's going to be made. Tackle's made by number 55, Willoughby. Or number 55, Holmes.
Yep.
Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3.
So 2nd and 3 for the Jets on the 19-yard line. Eli Fisher. Handoff up the middle.
Right up the gut again.
Carry by Willoughby.
It's going to be very close for a first down from the view of the sideline spot. I believe he's got it.
Up the gut for some tough yards. Looks like about 5 yards on the play was good enough for a Jets first down.
First down for the Jets. They're trying to score. Driving. They're inside. First and goal from about 9-yard line. 3:25 left to go. Right hash. It will have Eli Fisher under center. Standing behind him is Eli Willoughby. And it's going to be a reverse. Now the pass.
To the pass back to the quarterback.
Oh, incomplete. Pass was broken up there by number 25.
Jameson. Right there, we had a little fake handoff to the fullback. The right wing come around with the end around, and then the left wing comes back around. They tried to sneak the quarterback out in the flat, and it fell just a little short. Kind of a little Philly special right there, Kyle, but with a few tweaks to it.
2nd and goal from the 9. Clock stops, 3:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Jets trying to strike first here in the Booster Bowl Championship, 5th and 6th grade league. Fisher under center. Handoff to Willoughby. He's got some running room and still on his feet.
Oh, he has fumbled, and 67 has somehow taken the ball.
The ball goes up the middle, handed to the quarterback. Willoughby ends up in the hands of number 67.
Aguilar gets the touchdown. So I don't know exactly how that happened. Willoughby was the initial ball carrier. Ball comes out. Aguilar gets the touchdown, and it's 6-0 Jets with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. So a
little love for the lineman right there, getting Willoughby was running hard right up the gut there, and it looked like he's run through a tackle and went to break another tackle. Next thing you know, I see 67 popping out with the ball, and so the little left guard, Aguilar, getting a big play right there.
Out of the shotgun. And fumble. 2-point conversion is no good. So the Jets will have a 6-0 lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to the Booster Bowl Championship, the 5th and 6th grade league. Here, the senior division. So the mini division featured earlier today. We had a win. 49ers defeated the Panthers 14-0. And then the junior division, Raiders defeated the Bucks 36-0. Cowboys, we've got to get on the board. We don't want 3 shutouts tonight. Cowboys have been playing really well so far. The fumble, they stopped the Jets on a conversion there, 4th down, and then they fumbled the very next play, and then the Jets just had too good a field position. It's Aguilar who gets in for the Jets. It's 6-0. Jonathan Turner's Jets. Mike Willoughby, Tyler Willoughby down there on the sidelines assisting.
Now, I believe here, Kyle, we got an unusual little formation here for kickoff. We have both Chavez's back. I believe one of them is on the right side, one of them's on the left. Which one's going to kick it? There we go.
And it hits the front line of the Cowboys. They've got a fall on it. No, it's going to be Jets football. Jets get the kick. It was a line drive kick, hits the front line. Who recovered that?
I couldn't tell. He got rid of it so quick and pitched it back to the official. I have no idea.
So it'll be... That was number 32, Tristan Cornwell, on the fumble recovery, and it's 1st and 10 for the Jets. Eli Fisher, the quarterback, will be under center. Willoughby is standing behind him. 2 other backs. Handoff goes right side, and he's going to be brought down by number 50 of the Cowboys, Braden Scott, and then there's a penalty on the play.
I believe we got a hold there, Kyle, on the Jets, and the Cowboys are declining it to leave it 2nd and 11 right here.
That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
I want to give a big shout out to the Patriot Sports sponsors. Medical Center at Scottsville, Edmonton State Bank, Gary Force Honda, Studel Financial Services, Allen County Farmers Service, Leachman Buick GMC, North Central Telephone Company, CPC Commodities, Tri-County Electric. Thank you to all Patriot Sports sponsors, as well as our Patriot Sports shout-outs. Allen County Farm Bureau prides themselves on helping customers in the Scottsville and the surrounding area to get the insurance coverage that's right for them. With a local team of agents, of Glenn Jordan, Todd White, and Micah Thomas. Give them a call, 270-237-4011. And Allen's Auto Sales at 1263 Franklin Road, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Check out the large selection of pre-owned vehicles at Allen's Auto Sales. So Jets have it, 3rd and 6 on the 31. Handoff. Goes to he'll bounce out.
Bounced it out.
Elmore gets a stiff arm, spins. He's going to have enough for the first. Still on his feet. They cannot bring Elmore down. Finally do.
After about 11 or 12 yards, and 6 of them were very tough earned. Way to keep grinding your feet there, Ty. And but finally the Cowboys did come up. And,
little laundry on the field. This one might be coming back.
And the chains have already moved, and laundry on the field, never a good sign.
That penalty was against the defense.
Well, the penalty was on the Cowboys, so the Jets will decline it here. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Jets. Minute 47 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Jets with the lead. Head coach of the Cowboys, Ronnie Scott, wants to talk things over with the officials here. Or possibly a timeout. Not sure what's going on. Big shout out to Jonathan Turner and the Little League coaches out here doing a great job with these kids here in the Booster Bowl. And as Billy said, probably one of the nicest Booster Bowls we've had. I mean,
beautiful. Just
beautiful
sitting
day.
here
We're in
watching
short
the sun
sleeves.
go down, and just the blue skies and the trees in the background changing colors. It's just it's a neat day for these little guys and for everybody here.
Minute 43. Jets will have the handoff to Willoughby. Good run there by Eli Willoughby.
I tell you, at fullback dive has been very successful these last 2 drives, with Willoughby just shooting up in the gap, and looks like he's running right behind the guards right there, and just bam, here you go, and not a lot of fanciness, but a lot of success.
Minute 13 left to go here in the first quarter of the Senior Division Championship. The Jets cheerleaders as well as the Cowboys out here on this beautiful Saturday night. So the Jets will be out of the shotgun. Fisher looking to pass. He's going to roll to his right. He's got some room to run, and Fisher is in. Touchdown, Jets. That was Eli Fisher.
For about 14 and a half, 15-yard run there, Kyle.
So a 12-0 lead for the Jets as Fisher finds the end zone.
Touchdown.
Jets will elect to go for 2 here.
I believe we got a little unbalance to the right here. Going to hand it to 23, and he is going to sidestep a tackle and carry it on in, but I do not see it.
Was that maybe 30?
Maybe it was 33. These dark gray numbers on these black jerseys. So is this how you feel when we wear the blue with red?
Yeah, now you feel my pain.
Yeah, it's I believe it is 33, Kyle, so that Traven Moore for the 2-point conversion right there.
So Jets will have the lead 13-0 after the big run by Fisher. 2-point conversion was good by Moore.
Now Isaiah Chavez is setting up the ball on the kickoff. We will see if Isaiah or Isaac will be the one to kick it this time. And it is right off the upback's head, but it does bounce back. 44 has got the ball about to 30, and he is going to be brought down by a host of Jets. I see Eli Fisher. I see Isaiah Chavez and several more in on the tackle right there. 44, Jackson Martin was the one with the return right there. And so we're going to have first down going from right to left on your radio dial, starting at the Cowboys, the Cowboys' own 30-yard line.
So 13-0 Jets with the lead. We had a rushing touchdown from Aguilar, the offensive lineman, getting a touchdown, and then Fisher with a big run. They're getting some plays out of the shotgun, so that's pretty impressive. So the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10 from the 29. Again, it's going to be Lewis at quarterback.
Oh. And we have got Chavez running out of the pile. Number 78, Isaiah Chavez has come out with a pile and has went for 29 yards on a fumble recovery. Looks like maybe a strip and run for the touchdown by the big guy. And I'm telling you, Kyle, he's a big old boy, but he was rolling pretty good right there.
He was. Chavez brothers have an older brother, Eddie Chavez, on the Patriot football team, and I tell you what, Eddie probably has his hands full. You know, you're always the older brother picks on the younger brothers. He don't pick on these.
I tell you what, he better pick on them one at a time and in separate locations, because I'm telling you, these two boys are good-sized young men and look to be pretty strong and pretty athletic. Jets. 16 up the middle.
That is
Mason Farley with the 2-point conversion.
Jets have the lead 20-0 after Farley's 2-point conversion. 29 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of the Booster Bowl Senior Division. You're listening to Patriot Sports Radio Network. We'll take a short break. When we return, it'll be Jets Cowboys right here on the Patriot Radio Network.
The financial needs of South Central Kentucky since 1897 is proud to be a sponsor of Patriot Sports on radio. Since the bank's inception, Edmonton State Bank has grown from one branch to 13 locations in South Central Kentucky to serve the area's banking needs. Patriot Sports and Edmonton State Bank, two long-standing traditions in South Central Kentucky. Edmonton State Bank, member FDIC.
Back to the action here in the Senior Division Booster Bowl Championship. The kick by Chavez goes into the hands of Preston. I think that was Preston. Goes to the right side.
Actually, I believe that was Donovan Lewis.
That was Lewis?
Yeah, the quarterback. He's also one of the upbacks on the kick return. I believe that was on his side there, where Preston is the middle man, I believe.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
We need to see a drive get going right here, Kyle.
Yeah, Cowboys, came out on fire early. Really had that defensive stand, but then the fumble has put them back, and then the fumble recovery strip and score by Chavez gives the Jets the lead 20-0. And that carry was made by
number 81, Brantley Emberton.
Emberton right there, and actually made a good little cut and then got drove back by the Chavezes for a loss of 2 on the play.
And that's the end of the first quarter. That quarter is brought to you by CPC Commodities. It's Jets 20, Cowboys 0. You're listening to WVLE 99.3, Patriot Sports Radio, presented by Gary Force Honda and financed through Studel Financial Services. We'll be back after this commercial break.
I'd like to say a big thank you again. We've got all of our lovely cheerleaders on the track. Thanks to the Jets cheerleaders and the Cowboy cheerleaders.
Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams is proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure to support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Young's Electric Heating and Cooling. The system had
Run by 21 Preston. Tackle made by...
Back to the action here. I'm Kyle Harwood. Joining me in the broadcast is Brad Hood. It's a loss for the Cowboys. As we start the second quarter, it's been all Jets so far, 20-0 lead. They had a rushing touchdown by Aguilar, a rushing touchdown by Fisher, and then a strip and score by Chavez, 29 yards, finds the end zone.
We've got a timeout by the Cowboys right here to
timeout.
Try to come up with an adjustment to get this offense rolling.
Timeout's brought to you by North Central Telephone Company. Big shout out to the Lady Patriot volleyball team that were district runner-up and will play Bowling Green 7:30 on Monday at Barron County High School. We will not be able to get that one on the broadcast, but we did get a lot of volleyball games on the broadcast this week or this year.
Yeah, I'd like to thank...
So for too long, it'll be basketball season. You know, November 28th, I think the Patriot basketball team opens up with Oakland Bluegrass at home, and then we'll travel to Edmonson County on November 29th for a boy-girl doubleheader. Seems like football season just flies by.
It went so fast so far this year, Kyle. I mean, it seems like yesterday I was a nervous wreck trying to get the bowl game in order, and that once it starts, man, it just rolls and rolls and doesn't slow down.
Now, speaking of the bowl game, who will we be playing next year?
Right now, it's still us in Marion County, and we will be playing the first game at Greenwood.
Okay.
For the Backyard Brawl Bowl.
So the Cowboys have it 4th and 18 on the 29-yard line. They will elect to go for it here. And big stop there by the Jets defensive line.
Big Isaiah Chavez on that one went rolling around. There's just not a lot of places to go when you've got a good middle and those two beasts on both outsides. It's just hard to run against.
So a turnover on downs. The Jets will have it 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. So Patriot football team will be back in action next Friday night, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. Senior night will be prior to the game, and then into the first quarter, we're going to recognize the soccer team. We'll also have Coach Dobbs during halftime. The band will perform, but we'll have Coach Dobbs up here to brag on his Lady Patriots. And then we'll travel to Bardstown for the playoffs on November 3rd. And we'll also have that game on air. Now, will that be another time difference? What will they do for that game?
It might be a 7:30 kickoff. Sometimes we do things like that, or might leave it at 7. I will do everything we can to not let it be a 6:30 our time kickoff. So we might just keep it, hopefully, maybe a 7 our time, 8 their time type deal. We'll start talking about that this week once all the official stuff is set in.
Fisher will be under center. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Handoff to Elmore, and he spins. Great spin move there.
Made it to
He's
the
headed
edge.
to the edge. 20, 10, touchdown, Jets. That's
Ty Elmore on the nice, about a 30-yard run right there.
Breaks the tackle, finds his way to the end zone for another Jet touchdown.
Elmore gets the touchdown, 26-0. 6:23 left to go in the second quarter. Jets are undefeated on the year. Cowboys 5-2. Cowboys were champions of the league last year. Fisher under center. They'll go for 2. They'll give to Willoughby. 2-point conversion's good.
Three-point conversion is good.
28-0. You're listening to the Booster Bowl right here on the Patriot Sports Radio Network. I'm really glad we did this, Coach. Glad to get these young kids on the radio. And like I said, hopefully if we get enough praise about this, and we can possibly do some Little League basketball and maybe even some Little League baseball. So glad to be able to broadcast this tonight, and I just want to thank all the parents and coaches as well as staff that have really put this together. This has been first class tonight for the Booster Bowl. Chavez will have the kick. Line drive kick into the hands of Preston. He's going to go to the right side across the field, and he's going to fall to the ground there. Here comes a flag.
I tell you, the distance on that flag right there, Kyle, 5, 10, 15, 20, 26 yards across the field right there. Cannon Cox was really showing off the arm strength right there with that.
Hilltoppers play on Tuesday night, the college football. A lot of good college football going on right now. Kentucky was off this week. Tennessee fell to Alabama. I think some other. Who did Louisville have this week? Were they off
I believe
too?
Louisville was off as well. I haven't seen them pop up. I know Chase
and Murray State,
it was 21-21. I'm trying to, not having great service right now, trying to find a few scores for us. But I know it was 21-21 earlier when I got it to pull up, and trying to figure out how our old boy Chase Wilson did down there coaching the defense, being a defensive assistant for the Racers.
Handoff goes right side. The handoff to Preston. Going to bring up second down for the Cowboys.
Tell you what, Minnesota wins the Golden Gopher Pig Trophy or whatever between them and Iowa with a whopping 12-10 score, Kyle.
12-10.
How do you feel about those low-scoring games?
I don't like it. I'll tell you that. It was the lowest under. I think 30 was the over-under. It was the lowest total not being a military school. So, and it hit. Vegas knows what they're talking about.
That's why I watch and enjoy, because these people know a lot more about those predictions than I could ever come close to. It is pretty amazing to me how right they are, how close they can make it. And, you watch the NFL and watch the NFL shows in the morning, -3, +4, and you're thinking, well, somebody's going to get hot.
They're right on.
It's unbelievable, and but there's a reason a lot of that money changes hands, and I'm just going to stick it in my pocket and hold on to it as long as I can.
So it will be penalty. Flags thrown here. So on the Cowboys, going to push them back even further. False start on the Cowboys. So like I said, before too long, it'll be basketball season. We got Coach Greg Dunn and Casey Napier. Dunn of the Lady Patriots and Coach Napier of the Patriots will be ready to go. I know they've been working hard. Handoff up the middle.
Got a little update to throw out. Our boys and girls cross-country team this morning, Kyle, went over to Ephraim McDowell Park, I believe, to run the regional race. Our boys placed third as a team, with Tyler Stanger placing as fifth individually overall. Wow. And our Lady Patriots come in with the 2A runner-up. And so both teams, I believe, are going to be qualifying for the state championship.
That's awesome.
So our boys and girls team will have a big week in front of them as they will prepare to go out to Lexington for the state championships coming up. Congratulations, Coach Spears. Congratulations, Patriots and Lady Patriots. I tell you, we watch them a lot at practice, and they're out here on the track or they're running the roads. And I think we got 17 members, 10 boys, 7 girls. And I tell you, Kyle, they're a very dedicated bunch, and I tell you, that's pretty awesome to know that both of them are going to qualify for state as a team, and very excited to coach, for Coach Spears and his crew for a job well done today, and let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, they do work extremely hard. Congratulations to the cross-country team. Turnover on downs, 4:05 left to go in the second quarter. Handoff goes right side to the Jets. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet.
Oh, and we've got whistles and flags, and the ball runner
still going.
Stops about the 5 all by himself, not really knowing what happened.
I think the carry was by Cornwall. We'll see what the call is.
In Kyle, I saw a couple guys hit him right there, but I never saw him quit moving forward. I never saw him anything. We've got a face mask on the Cowboys. Still not sure why the whistle was blown.
Why the play was stopped.
Face mask is definitely a serious penalty. And now they're marking it from the midway. I don't know. I'd like to see the rule book on this one, Kyle. But from what I saw was inadvertent whistle, and you replay the down.
Yeah.
But obviously they're moving it down. We're going to have 1st and 10 from, I believe, right outside the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 11.
3:59 left to go here in the second quarter. Jets up 28-0 over the Cowboys. Jets will out of the shotgun. Fisher. Snap. The throw. The pass is
just right over the
head. Incomplete. Good arm, though.
This pass goes downfield.
So 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 11.
Stop the clock. 3:54 left to go in the second half. Strike 2nd and 11.
So 2nd and 11 here for the Jets. You look at these two powerhouses. Raiders did not let anyone score during the regular season or postseason. The Jets only giving up 1 touchdown.
That's impressive.
2 loaded teams here, and then their offense were impressive too. Under center.
Little counter tray coming back around.
Big
Good
hit
by number 25 for the Cowboys.
Corbin
Jameson coming up from his corner position, laying the wood right there. About a gain of 2 yards, but good stop, young man. Way to run in and tackle, and he's standing out there feeling pretty good about it right now. Good job.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 7 from the 8. 3:22 mark here in the second quarter. Fisher under center. Give is to the fullback, Willoughby, and the defense makes a big-time stop. I know number 55,
in there,
Holmes, had the tackle.
That little fullback dive they've been running out of the wishbone has been chunking some yards, but right there, Holmes steps down from his DN position and closes it off pretty well.
So now it will be 4th and 8 from the 9 for the Jets. 2:41 left to go. They'll feature Fisher under center for the Jets. Here's the snap. And the give goes to Elmore around the other side, and he's going to walk in.
Kyle. No, just, fake right with the fullback and come back with a little wing counter, and the edge is rolling.
Truett Turner up here helping us with the stats tonight, as well as the Hood boys, Cannon and Cruz. As
they've kind of slacked on the job this game. I believe they're watching more college football and probably playing retro bow down there at the end as to being our spotters. Good thing they're not getting paid too much.
Yeah.
We'd have to deduct.
So 34-0, Jets with the lead. Fisher and the Jets will go for 2.
Quarterback sneak, and he walks it in, gets tackled about 5 yards deep after crossing. That was a 1-point conversion right there.
Or 1 point.
That was from the 3. I believe they go 3, 1 point, 5, 2 points, and then extra point. If they do kick it, I believe it's 2 points. We have a young man down, looks like for the Cowboys. Can't see a number right now. But as his coaches tend to him, we will sit here and try to figure out. We got 2:22 before half, and
we've had touchdowns from Elmore. Elmore with 2 touchdowns tonight.
Fisher had 1.
Fisher, Chavez had the scoop and score, and Aguilar with a touchdown as well. 2:22 left to go. We will take an injury timeout. You're listening to Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3. We'll be back after these messages.
Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams is proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Young's Electric Heating and Cooling. Does your system have you feeling old? Call Young's today at 622-4412. And Service One Credit Union, member-focused, service-driven. A special thank you to the members of the Patriot Sports Club.
Gary Force Honda has over 500 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to sell. Fresh inventory arriving daily. Over 200 trucks, cars, and SUVs. Over 50 GM, Ford, and Chevy Sport utilities and trucks. Certified pre-owned Hondas with 100,000-mile warranty. And special financing options at 0.9 APR with approved credit. We want to buy your car. Any make, any model. Take advantage of the highest trading prices ever seen in this area. Trade your truck, car, van, motorcycle, or four-wheeler. Gary Force Honda, Scottsville Road in Bowling Green.
At Leachman Buick GMC, we treat you different than any other car dealer. We are the only dealership in the area with non-commissioned sales consultants. They help you find the vehicle you want, not what benefits them. No pressure, no hassle, and the most pleasant buying experience you will ever have. Only at Leachman Buick GMC in Bowling Green. We don't know. Leachman prices. We don't know. We're down low.
In Scottsville, where all steel battery-operated lawn care equipment is 10% off. Steel mowers, trimmers, and blowers will cut your yard work down to size. And for your cattle, Allen County Farmer Service has a complete line of minerals, blocks, and tubs. So take care of your livestock and your yard with steel lawn equipment now 10% off at Allen County Farmer Service. Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Dinkins and Gosnell Heating and Cooling, your authorized ring dealer. TJ Regional Health Scottsville, healthcare for your whole family. TJ Healthcare Scottsville, total local care. And Dr. Mark Ross, optometrist. Our focus is your vision. Call 237-2871. And a special thank you to members of the Patriot Sports Club.
High school football is back. If your favorite team is the Allen County Scottsville Patriots, North Central TV has you covered. You can watch the Patriots games on NCTV this season on Channel 97. The games air on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon and 6 p.m. and on Sunday at 12 noon. Again, that's at 12 and 6 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and at 12 noon on Sunday. The Allen County Scottsville Patriots and North Central TV. Now that's a winning combination.
And we're live. Here, onside kick by the Jets. Cowboys will recover it. Jets have the lead 35-0 here in the first half. 2:15 left to go in the second quarter. You're listening to the Booster Bowl, 5th and 6th grade league, the senior division.
Good job by number 30 there for the Cowboys, stepping up and jumping on that. Well, maybe it's not 30.
Again, it's kind of hard to see these numbers, but at halftime we'll mention everybody's name here. And
we'll read off what we have.
We've got Cowboys will take over 1st and 10 on the 45. The minute 42 left to go in the second quarter. Coach Jonathan Turner and the Jets, the legendary Jets, and now it's going to be Lewis on the carry.
Yes, that's Donovan right
Lewis,
there coming around. and had Big Chavez running at him full speed. And
the
Donovan
Chavez
made a financial decision right there. He went down gracefully with knowing what was running at him, and can't say I blame him right there, Kyle.
Minute 8 left to go. 2nd and long for the Cowboys. Coach Ronnie Scott and the Cowboys trying to make something happen late here in the second quarter. Can they move the football and carry up the middle?
Good little run right there.
Nice run up the middle for the Cowboys.
Tackle was made by number 67, Hayden Aguilar.
And I believe that was Corbin Jameson, number 25 on the run.
So we'll bring up 3rd down.
Might be number 67. Hayden Aguilar.
Yeah, so not only do you have the Chavez brothers on defensive line, you've got Aguilar as well as Isaac Chavez on that other defensive end. I mean, they're coming full speed. Big, strong football players. And they're going to throw a pass. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Jets.
Caleb Foster
going to take it all the way.
And they are going to call it back on a lookout block, I believe, by Chavez. And then we've got another flag being thrown in. The little Caleb Foster, number 10, made a good little play right there from his corner position and took it about 45 yards to the house, but I believe it's coming back. Kyle,
flags all over the field.
I see more
players.
yellow out there than we've got a couple players down, one in the middle of the field, one on the sideline over here, and then we've got a lot of laundry.
So Foster took the interception all the way back, but now I think it's coming back after a couple blocking the backs and then blindside, and so we're going to have to take an injury timeout. It's 35-0 Jets right here before the end of the half. We'll be back after these messages.
Of South Central Kentucky since 1897 is proud to be a sponsor of Patriot Sports on radio. Since the bank's inception, Edmonton State Bank has grown from one branch to 13 locations in South Central Kentucky to serve the area's banking needs. Patriot Sports and Edmonton State Bank, two long-standing traditions in South Central Kentucky. Edmonton State Bank, member FDIC. The Medical Center at Bowling Green is proud to announce the certification of its cardiac rehabilitation program by the American Association of Cardiovascular and Pulmonary Rehabilitation. The program certification is the only peer review accreditation process designed to review individual programs for adherence to standards and guidelines. In order to maintain the certification, the Medical Center must offer the most advanced practices available and have proven track records of high-quality patient care. And for the 9th consecutive year, the Medical Center at Bowling Green has been recognized for its commitment to improving quality of life by enhancing standards of care.
Radio coverage of your Allen County Scottsville Patriot sports teams is proudly brought to you by members of the Patriot Sports Club. Be sure and support these businesses like they support Patriot Sports. Members include Young's Electric Heating and Cooling. Does your system have you feeling old? Call Young's today at 622-4412. And Service One Credit Union, member-focused, service-driven. A special thank you to the members of the Patriot Sports Club.
Gary Force Honda has over 500 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to sell. Fresh inventory arriving daily. Over 200 trucks, cars, and SUVs. Over 50 GM, Ford, and Chevy Sport utilities and trucks. Certified pre-owned Hondas with 100,000-mile warranty. And special financing options at 0.9 APR with approved credit. We want to buy your car. Any make, any model. Take advantage of the highest trading prices ever seen in this area. Trade your truck, car, van, motorcycle, or four-wheeler. Gary Force Honda, Scottsville Road in Bowling Green.
You're listening to WVLE 99.3. Join me, Kyle Harwood, and Chad Cooper every Friday night covering Patriot football, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff on the Patriot Sports Radio Network, WVLE 99.3.
Pressure got a quick throw to Gee, and it's Mason Hester and Blaine Tracy on the tackle. It's Patriot football. Here we go. Big stop by the Patriots. Speed up the sideline. He's got a block. He's gone. At the 50, the 40, 30. Chase Ross. Can he Pressure, escapes the sack. Now he'll throw it. Hit Levi Cooper. Makes one defender miss. He's got the sideline. First down, Patriots.
Patriot Sports Radio is presented by Gary Force Honda and financed through Studel Financial Services.
No matter the size of your operation, CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health in Fountain Run, Kentucky can provide you with the most accurate, up-to-date information in the commodity and feed industry. Rooted in a family farm, CPC can supply your needs at competitive prices along with unrivaled service, no matter the size of your operation. Give them a call at 888-618-6455 and see why they say our products are proven on our farm and made for yours. That's CPC Commodities and CPC Animal Health.
Back to the action here as the have an injured player down here in the Booster Bowl, and I believe it's going to be, I guess that was the end of the quarter. It's halftime. That quarter is brought to you by CPC Commodities. Again, we'll thank all our sponsors, the Medical Center at Scottsville, Edmonton State Bank, Allen County Farmer Service, Gary Force Honda, Studel Financial Services, Leachman Buick GMC, North Central Telephone Company, Tri-County Electric, and CPC Commodities. Booster Bowl
Kylie's
Championship.
walking back across the field. That's good to see right there after a hard hit. Looked like maybe he got the wind knocked out of him, but he's walking off on his own. Nobody's helping him, and that's good to see right there. Hope that young man's okay and moving on.
We'll take a look. We're here at halftime. Jets have the lead 35-0 over the Cowboys. Take a look at the Cowboys roster. We had Aiden Randall, Braden Scott, Braden Bilberry, Brantley Emberton, Christian Russell, Dalton Weaver, Donovan Lewis, Jace Tuttle, Jackson Martin, Jordan Preston, Kane Threet, Lane Foster, Luke Shirley, Nate Tolveson, Peyton Holmes, and Corbin Jamison. The Cowboys are head coach Ronnie Scott, assisted by Tommy Scott, Bryson Richard, Caleb Woodard, Hunter Randall. The Cowboys 5-2 on the year, scored 136 points, give up 116. And they defeated the Dolphins 15-6 last week in the first round of the playoffs. Now for the Jets, we had Caleb Foster, Kiefer Ransom, Mason Farley, Braxton Willoughby, Tristan Cornwell, Trayvon Moore, Baylor Constant, Eli Fisher, Ty Elmore, Lincoln Collado, Eli Willoughby, Brody Doris, Jackson, how do you pronounce that name there, Hood?
Where we at? Jackson Stanisu.
And we've got Hayden Aguilar, Easton Nelson, Maverick Moore, Jackson Collado, Isaac Chavez, Isaiah Chavez, head coach Jonathan Turner, assisted by Mike Willoughby, Tyler Willoughby, Dalton Turner, and Ryan Stanisu. As the Jets 7-0 on the year, scored 256 points, giving up 6, beat the Redskins 43-0 last week in the first round of the playoffs. So longtime head coach Mike Willoughby returns to help his son Tyler Willoughby, and the coach grandson number 24, Braxton Willoughby. So the Jets have the lead 35-0. We're about to start the second half.
And 55 Eli Willoughby.
Yes, 55
the fullback.
Eli Willoughby. Glad to get this game on the air. Booster Bowl Championship. We had the mini championship. 49ers won 14-0. Raiders won 36-0 over the Bucks. Jets are up 35-0. And then what about Flag?
Flag was the Titans and the Falcons, and the Titans won. Not sure of the score. I did watch the end of it as I got here, but can't remember what the final score was.
Great day for Little League football. Great weather. I mean, we're up here in short sleeves. I know that most Booster Bowl championships are probably a little cold and rainy. So glad that we had good weather.
In 37 years of them, Stinky standing here behind us has probably been outfitted for all different types of Booster Bowls.
This is probably one of the warmest.
I hadn't heard anybody complaining about game conditions today, and I'm very happy because sometimes this time of the year the field's really wet, which with senior night coming up next week, I've already reminded the boys before we leave tonight, remind me to turn the water on. But the field's held up well. There has been a few booster bowls that come in here on Sunday and not have any grass left, and me crying, trying to figure out what we was going to do to get the field looking halfway decent the next week. But the field looks good. The ACS is dimmer in the background of the 50-yard line, but all the numbers on there, all the lines on there for the young guys, and just been a fun day of football. And to me, it's kind of, we have our Allen County events. You have your Jacksonian, you have your First Fridays, but for a long, long time, back to when I was a little kid, before I was a little kid, but, Booster Bowl weekend has always been.
It's a big event.
Used to, it was a one-game show, and now, what are we on now, Stink? Is this our 8th game of the day, I believe? Or 7th, maybe? Because the mini teams are only 2 teams in there. Yeah. Okay, so, all day long of football, and just, what a fun day it is. And the nightcap here with the lights beautiful out and the weather calm and nice, like you said, Kyle. And we got one half left to play of 2023 Booster Bowl. And, we're going to see if the Cowboys come back right here and see what they can do. But, deep hole behind them, behind this very strong Jets team, offensively and defensively.
We got the Chavez brothers and several.
Another one of our old coaches from the Cowboys back in the day, and actually Coach Stinky in the early years. One of my favorite people in the world as well. I know Carl Klein had come over and hung out for a little while today, and good to know that he was here. I saw Dean Britt earlier, and just seeing, these faces, Kyle, and I mean, it means something. And, it's still 18 years being back in Allen County. And one of the great things about it is our community still does rally around our kids and our athletics and our activities. I know our band is at Richmond today. I haven't heard yet how they've done, and I know they've performed. But like I said, we've got a one-horse town, a grateful community. Had a young man offsides there, but they didn't call it, and they have kicked it to one of the Chavezes.
Isaac Chavez, and he breaks a tackle, still on his feet. 20, 10, 5. I don't see any laundry on the field. He's in. Touchdown.
I tell you, when that's on the front line, that's when you say kick it out of bounds, I believe, Kyle. He caught that ball and hit the right edge and went 50 yards. And there was I wouldn't say untouched, but a few glancing blows along the way. But the size of these 2 young men, but the speed, Kyle, I mean, I'd bet if you line these kids up in line, there's not many kids out here that's going to outrun them.
And then they're so big.
And they're so much bigger. And so we love you, Eddie, but, I believe we'll be a year off of having all 3 together. I believe Eddie will graduate when they be in 8th grade, but maybe that'll be a reason I can keep Eddie around when his 2 brothers come up. Just fun to watch these young men play, and I tell you what, Kyle, they're dominating.
Yes.
They're just really good.
Isaac have a 50-yard kickoff return touchdown, and then Isaiah had 20 or 30 yards strip and score. Handoff up the middle.
I believe that's Willoughby just walked right in on the fullback dive. And again, I believe that was a 1-point conversion, not a 2.
That's throwing me off.
Yeah, get you when they're sitting there. You got to pay attention to the lines.
So the Jets will kick off here to the Cowboys in the Booster Bowl championship. Senior night next Friday. And do we have some kind of fall festival going on too, or?
Apparently there is a ACSHS fall festival, or is it a middle school fall festival, Cannon? I'm not
I heard something about that.
There's a fall festival going on. I know the softball team is having a chili supper auction before the game. I believe they're having a silent auction, and then maybe a few bidded items. I'm not real sure on that, but and I don't believe it's just chili. I believe there's several different soups that they'll have in there. So if you can get out here early, I believe that starts at 5:30 in the athletic complex. Come support them girls, and we'd love for you to stick around and watch Patriot football. I know the band's performing. I know we're playing. I know it's senior night for a lot of our activities. And then, now we got the word that both of our cross-country teams will be headed to state as well. So a busy week for the Patriot Nation. And
volleyball team on
Monday. Team goes Monday night with a district or regional first-round matchup. We drew Bowling Green, but thing is we don't have to beat them 10 times, and hopefully we can go in there Monday night at Barron County.
That's the thing about that group. I mean, I've said it all year long. They just continue to fight and chip away. They never give up. You think that they're – I mean, Barron had them down.
The district championship the other night, when we lost that second set in a row and went 2-2, as we was losing that second set, all of a sudden they fought back, and I believe had a 9-1 rally to finish off that game. Bailey was out there serving them darts, boy. I mean, she was come out with a knuckleball on one, and she's hitting a line on another, and the girls started rallying right there. And luckily, you don't want to go to a 5-game set right there, especially losing the last 2 going into it. So I thought our girls showed great maturity by not just letting that set go, coming back and winning it and winning the district championship in fashion.
So one more week of high school football, then the playoffs. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the playoffs. I mean, it feels like every class, I know every class has that dog that normally wins, like 1A is Pikeville, but 1A, Raceland beat them in the regular season.
Beat them this year.
Campbellsville's undefeated.
Campbellsville had a big win last night against KCD to round out their district championship, and I believe they're 9-0 right now, like you said. And
2A, you got fumble right there, and the Jets will take over
at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line, going in.
2A, you got LCA, Beechwood, Mayfield. Greene County's had a good year.
Greene County is a good football team.
McLean?
McLean
2A or 3A?
McLean is now back to – hold on, I get confused. McLean is 3A because they will be playing Glasgow in the first round of the playoffs at McLean, with Glasgow getting a 3. What about Hart County?
Hart County undefeated. This has got to be their best team that's ever come through.
District champions. They beat Franklin last night by 3.
Glasgow
They beat Glasgow last week. Coach has done a good job. They had a really good team last year, but I tell you, this year, with that district getting a little tougher, and it's kind of crazy to say our Glasgow team that we saw in here week 4 that was really good is 3rd in that district right there going into the playoffs.
Carry was made by Farley there. Tackle was made by number 50, Scott. Yeah, and then 4A is, in my opinion, the best class. 6A is wide open. Could be anybody. Male, St. X Trinity, Frederick Douglass. 5A's Bowling Green South, Scott, Highlands.
Southwestern's peaked up there a few times. It's just... 4A, everybody's saying Boyle County, but I'm going to tell you, Paducah Tillman. I think this last week, Paducah was still ranked 18th in the RPI. And Kyle, if there's 17 teams in Kentucky better than Paducah Tillman right now, then we have completely changed the culture of high school football.
They run
quite possibly the best offense I've seen in my 20 years of coaching.
Fumble.
And he picks it up. We got a lineman carrying the ball again, Kyle. He's breaking tackles.
Touchdown, Jets.
Not sure. That's not the same one, is it?
60.
Number 60 would be Jackson Stanisu on the pickup on the fumble and run it in from about 15 to 18 yards out.
So the score now 48-0.
You can say this about the Jets. They are not stingy about who scores. We've got D linemen. We've got 2 O linemen. we've got a front line on the kick return, and then the quarterback, the running backs, and boy, they could score a lot of different ways.
Yes, they can. Big and physical.
And we've got a little.
We have a timeout.
I don't know. I see we're trading the kid on and off right here. Not sure.
So we're going to go for 2-point conversion.
A 49-0 lead as the clock is ticking down pretty quickly from 50 seconds to come wrap up probably before kickoff this third quarter.
That quarter is brought to you by CPC Commodities. Patriots got a big win last night in overtime, 20-19. Me and Chad Cooper were going crazy up in the booth. Good thing we had our own room last night. We had the door shut and just only people in there, and we were just pacing back and forth.
You said that was the first time you'd been to Hoptown, and was the Paducah trip the first time you'd been to Paducah?
So, and I don't think I've ever been to Bardstown.
Bardstown's got a neat little place as well. I tell you, you get down in Western Kentucky and Stadium of Champions there at Hoptown, which is a city-county run. So Hoptown and Christian County plays at it. I don't know if you noticed the baseball diamonds around it.
Yeah.
There's a water park there, softball diamonds, and it's one of my favorite.
Jerry
Claiborne on Jerry Claiborne Way, and
Curtis Pulley,
and when you pull in, there's a big thing of Pulley, former UK quarterback, but you talking about tradition out of those two schools, Kyle, and a number of guys that have played college, big time college ball, but NFL ball as well. Jerry Claiborne, and we were trying to figure it out last night. Some of the Hoptown people didn't know as much about as I thought, but I'm pretty sure Claiborne maybe grew up in Hoptown and then maybe coached there a little bit before he went to UK.
Wow.
And
played in high school in the 40s there.
Yes, and played ball there, and so a lot of tradition. But that's one of those stadiums which the visitors section, they've just not had the crowd, so they've shut it down kind of for now, which they have a beautiful home side. I tell you, me and the boys, I had my two and two other ones following me up to the box last night. Thought I was going to need a TV timeout to wrap it on up. Not as high as Paducah's, but you didn't make me make the walk at Paducah, so
no, I didn't.
I was very appreciative of that. But last night we made up. There is some very neat venues. I think we have a unique venue here, and hopefully over the next few years we're going to keep adding to some of our athletics, try to do a few things. I know our board is working hard and has set a plan to hopefully start here soon. Some reconstruction, some new construction, some rebuilds, but to try to bring Allen County stuff up with some of the others, and we're looking forward to those days, Kyle. But I still think, sitting here on a Saturday night, but I still think there's been some very fun Friday nights here in our unique stadium, and when you go to these other places, sometimes you're kind of in awe at the Stadium of Champions in Paducah, but a lot of times we're really happy with what we have at home.
Oh, yeah.
When we go to some of these places we've been over the years as well. And so very fortunate for what we have, but hopefully we're going to start upgrading here over the next few years. I do know, hopefully, once we did the paint job there, I'm supposed to have the score or the press box when you show up this Friday night for senior night should have its new signage on it.
Nice.
Should be prettied up a little bit. Hopefully everybody likes it. And, I want to see us just keep trying to give in. And, we're at a time right now, Kyle, where things are a lot, people don't think about the tradition or where you're from near as much. And so, we've got to keep up with others, and we've got to keep adding to and doing stuff. And, we definitely don't want to lose kids for those situations. And so we're just going to keep battling and keep doing the best we can to support these Patriot young men and women that take the fields, the courts, the hard courts, the tracks, and everything else that we do. I believe, hopefully we've talked about an expansion in the tennis courts, making the soccer facilities better, doing some work on the softball, baseball fields, And so hopefully we can get those things rolling and, keep bettering what we have and try to keep working for the future for my kids, for one day your daughter, and, the other generations that hope to be Patriots over the next several years coming down the road.
Jets have the 49-0 lead. Yeah, I think we do have good facilities, but you always want to see them keep growing. And I love the location of the football field, driving by and seeing the press box. And I know we don't have it now, but that old Home of the Patriots sign was so great, what you said they were going to have new signs.
Yeah, it got heavy damage during the renovation this summer and putting it back. So we've designed some new things.
I wasn't so sure when it came down. I didn't know. I thought, that's going in Hood's man cave.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to end up, Kyle. Let's, let's not start looking for it anytime soon. You understand? But I believe our last one is up in, I think Sammy might have it down at his place, or Shane's got it in his garage. I know we got the neat thing a few years ago when we did change that sign out, the old one. It was sold in our auction one year, and I believe Shane or Sammy ended up with it, if memory serves me correct. But yeah, I don't know where this last sign's going to end up at, and we're not going to talk about it, Kyle.
And it's going to go to the right side.
Oh, he's trying to get his touchdown back.
Oh, big hit.
Big hit by number 25.
Corbin Jameson.
Is that Jameson again?
Has had some big hits tonight.
But what about Caleb Foster? He got his pick six taken away on penalty earlier. He made a good little scamper right there. He's trying to get back in that end zone.
Jets are up 49-0 over the Cowboys.
And I will say this, Kyle, though, with Tommy and them over there, Ronnie, the Scott brothers, and it's not fun when you're down, but I tell you this, the Cowboys young men have still played hard. They've not quit. You can tell they're giving their full effort right here, and they're finishing the game the way they're supposed to, and very proud to see, because trust me, being on the side of some of these not so fair fights, one of the things you want to do is make sure that your team doesn't quit, and these guys have continued to play hard. They just couldn't get much done offensively with this huge defense that the Jets have put in front of them.
You had a 9-yard rushing touchdown by Aguilar, a 14-yard rushing touchdown by Fisher, 29-yard fumble recovery by Isaiah Chavez, 31-yard rushing touchdown from Elmore, 9-yard rushing touchdown from Elmore. As Isaac Chavez, 50-yard kickoff return, 15-yard touchdown by Stanisu, and 49-0. Jets with the timeout there.
Hey, not many games do you see two old linemen score on the same team.
And then, technically,
well, yeah,
4.
you go 4 but they got I would call one of theirs a defensive lineman, and then front line a kick return. I don't know what you call him.
Foster's going to get inside the 10. Jets trying to punch it in. 4 minutes left to go.
Looks like he was run out of bounds maybe at the 2-yard line, maybe 1-yard line. Long ways away here, but I know they're inside the 5 and 2-yard line coming from our spotter. Cannon Hood, who has finally joined us back and helping out the broadcast.
Yeah, with the press box, sometimes Chad will have to lean over, and I guess I could have scooted down here.
Well,
this has got the normal spot.
I hope when we do something.
And carry up the middle. It's a touchdown, Jets.
Was that Foster on the quarterback sneak that time?
Couldn't see who had the...
I believe it was. It looked like it was number 10 that was under center. Yep, coming out with the ball right there. Caleb Foster does get that touchdown after having a pick 6 taken away off the board earlier.
So we'll go over the roster one more time. We got Jets, Caleb Foster, Kiefer Ransom, Mason Farley, Braxton Willoughby, Tristan Cornwell, Trayvon Moore, Baylor Constant, Eli Fisher, Ty Elmore, Lincoln Collado, Eli Willoughby, Brody Doris, Jackson Stanisu, Hayden Aguilar, Easton Nelson, Maverick Moore, Jackson Collado, Isaac Chavez, and Isaiah Chavez. 1 point conversion good? Still haven't got an official.
We've not gotten a signal. Nobody looks very. I believe he's in.
Head coaches for the Jets, we got Jonathan Turner, assistant Mike Wilby, Tyler Wilby, Dalton Turner, and Ryan Stanisu. Cowboys, Aiden Randall, Braden Scott, Braden Brilberry.
And they have finally given the signal that it was denied. So
no good there. 55-0 Jets. Brantley Emberton, Christian Russell, Dalton Weaver, Donovan Lewis, Jace Tuttle, Jackson Martin, Jordan Preston, Kanan Threet, Lane Foster, Luke Shirley, Nate Tolveson, Peyton Holmes, and Corbin Jamison. Head coach of the Cowboys, Ronnie Scott, Tommy Scott, Bryson Richer, Caleb Woodard, and Hunter Randall. Want to give a big shout out to Coach Brad Hood, as well as Cannon and Cruz. Truett Turner helped with our stats today. Also, Jonathan Turner for giving me rosters and information and allowing us to get this game on the broadcast, as well as PA announcer Stinky Stinson and all the volunteers and parents who made this possible. Booster Bowl weekend was a success. Kick goes to Lewis. He'll fall on it.
Well, he's back up.
Oh, he's back
Never
up.
ruled him down.
Braden Calvert was right there, the official, and I guess his knee was down.
I guess he was still bobbing the ball.
Got one more play possibly for the Cowboys, but it looks like the Jets will win yet again another championship, and we'll have to try to find that. Surely somewhere they've wrote down who's won all these years.
Oh, I know they know them, and we just need to do a little investigating and see what comes about. But
well, Coach, thanks again for helping me with the
Kyle,
broadcast.
what a great day, and
without
just
you.
Glad to be able to be up here today, especially after the win last night. And just love to see these young kids, and fun up here, having the boys up here with me and you, and hanging out and talking football, talking Patriot sports, talking Patriot athletics, and thank you for WVLE, you and all you do, not just for the football team, for our community and our school, and we appreciate it, buddy. And maybe next year we'll set a date and we can do this again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll definitely call in, praise this if you want to keep it going on the air. We're trying to branch out and do new things, but it always helps when we get the praise and wanting to get it back on air. Next
let
year,
them know down there at the station.
Yeah, next year we're going to try to do, I know, a couple middle school games and then try to do the Booster Bowl again.